Murphy's Matchups with the guru of Tennessee high school football, Murphy Fair. Murphy's Matchups made possible by Farm Bureau Insurance and your local Farm Bureau agent. And now if you looked up Tennessee football in the dictionary, his picture would be there in color. Murphy Fair.
Thank you, Doug. You know, it's really hard to believe that after tonight, there's only one more week of regular season high school football action in the Volunteer State. This season has just flown by. We'll start our predictions in East Tennessee like we always do. Jefferson County travels to Cocke County High School in Newport. A big rivalry between these two teams, but I think Jefferson County wins big. They've already captured the Region 1 6A title. This just adds another mark in the win column. Science Hill should have no trouble at home against Daniel Boone. I think Dobbins Bennett beats Davy Crockett. Look for West Ridge to get a home win against Tennessee High. Campbell County should win on the road at Morristown East. I like William Blunt to get a win at Soddy Daisy. Bradley Central, a team you better watch in the 6A playoffs. They're red hot. They travel across town to face big rival Cleveland. A huge rivalry game here. It'll be standing room only in Blue Raider country. I think Bradley wins the game. Bearden should win at home against Morristown West. I think Farragut gets a win at Hardin Valley. And Maryville, probably a loser at Alcoa. In 5A, a Thursday night game, I think Knoxville Central wins at Heritage. Clinton should get a win at home against Carnes. I'm picking Knoxville West to capture a win against Knoxville Halls. Oak Ridge playing at home should beat Lenoir City. I think Sevier County wins at home against East Hamilton. I like McMinn County to get a win at Powell. And I think Walker Valley wins at home against Pure Academy. In 4A, Gibbs visits Anderson County. The Region 2 4A's title is on the line in this one. I think the defending 4A state champ Anderson County Mavericks get another win this week. Greenville should win at Northview Academy. I'm picking Cherokee to win at home against Volunteer. Austin East should have no trouble at Union County. I like Carter to get a win at home against Fulton. South Green goes on the road to Granger. I'm picking South Green in that one. Sullivan East should have no trouble with West Green. South Doyle should win at Seymour. I like Scott to get a win. They're playing at Pickett County. Loudon should win at home against Signal Mountain. Red Bank visits Hickson. The winner here gets the Region 3 4A title. I think Red Bank's stingy defense is the difference maker here. Gatlinburg-Pittman should win at Pigeon Forge, and I think Sequoia wins at home against East Ridge. Now we'll take a look at 3A games. Chucky Doak should get a win at Unicoi County. I think Claiborne wins at Cumberland Gap. I'm picking Johnson County to win at home against Holston, Virginia. Look for Gatlinburg-Pittman to win at Pigeon Forge, another big rivalry game there. Meigs County should win at home against Brainerd. I think Meigs gets the regional title under first-year coach Tommy Bunch tonight. Look for Chattanooga Central to win at home against Howard. Look for Sequatchie County to win at home against Grundy County. Ray County, playing at home, should have no trouble with Tyner. And I think McMinn Central wins at home against Tellico Plains. In 2A, York Institute, a team that leads the state at the 2A level, should have no trouble at Wartburg. I'm picking Hampton to win at home against Unaka. Happy Valley should get a road win at North Green. I think Cosby wins at Eagleton. Look for Polk County to win at Sweetwater. And I think Bledsoe County gets an upset win at Gordonsville in Middle Tennessee. Now at 1A, Cloudland visits RS Central North Carolina. I think Cloudland gets an easy win there. Jellicoe should win at home against Jackson County, Kentucky. Look for Twin Springs, Virginia to win at home against Hancock County. I'm picking Coalfield to win at home. They're playing Oliver Springs. This one's for the Region 2 1A title. Both were 5-0 going into last week's games. This one should be a standing room only crowd at the home of the Yellow Jackets, and I think Coalfield does get that win. Greenback should win at home against Sunbright. I like Oakdale to get a win over Rockwood. I'm picking South Pittsburgh to win at home against Sale Creek. Whitwell should get an easy win. They go to Chattanooga Prep. I like Midway to win at Harriman. The Carolina Wildcats should win at Copper Basin, and I think Whitwell gets a win at Chattanooga Prep.
Thanks, Murphy. Up next, the Guru travels to Jasper, and we find out the latest on the Warriors of Marion County. You're listening to Murphy's Matchups.
There's no shortage of icons in Big Orange Country, but perhaps none are more celebrated than Neyland Stadium's checkerboard end zones. Inspired by the checkered brick design atop Ayers Hall, the pattern first found its way to the end zone in 1964. Today, the checkerboards are a fitting tribute to the university's most iconic building and an ever-present reminder that the volunteer spirit never stops growing. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company, and the official insurance of the Vols.
I love my community, and as a doting dad,
Daddy's home,
a devoted son,
there you are, Joe,
and a good neighbor,
Hey, man.
the people in my life are used to hearing my knock at the door. But as a law enforcement officer, I have to give news that people never expect. That's the one knock I always dread.
Booze it and lose it. A message from the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank has been supporting local schools and student athletes in the classroom and on the field. We're big on helping our home teams reach their goals. You can count on knowledgeable bankers, competitive rates, and an open line of communication. So join the winning team at Wilson Bank and Trust, where we're not just your bankers, we're your neighbors and friends. Visit any of the 30 Wilson Bank and Trust offices or visit wilsonbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When Rutherford Countyans think of insurance professionals, they think Rayburn Insurance Agency at 200 South Lowry in Smyrna, meeting the needs of thousands of customers since 1973. You can trust Rayburn Insurance with all your needs, a place where customer service really matters. It's personal with Rayburn Insurance, as fans of local sports, as friends, and as insurance professionals. Check them out at rayburn.net or call 615-459-4145. Rayburn Insurance, for business, auto, home, and life insurance.
Roscoe Brown is seeking highly motivated HVAC plumbing apprentices to join our Next Tech Academy. If you're eager to become an HVAC technician or plumbing technician and want to improve your skills while learning new ones, this is your chance to launch your career. Roscoe Brown's Next Tech Academy is a program that offers you the benefits of being a full-time employee, all while learning and developing new skills.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com.
You're listening to Murphy's Matchups. And now Murphy talks with Marion County head coach Tim Starkey.
Tim, only your second year at Marion County, but you've got that football team playing lights out football, and I think you guys, the last time I looked, were ranked number 2 in the state in Class 2A.
Yeah, we are, man. It's been a blessing. Also, I can honestly say our kids have worked their tail off to get to this point. And I really, truly believe, and I've told them the same thing, I think we still yet to see our best football. We played good at spots, and we've had some good games, but 4 quarters, being consistent, I just think we've yet to do that. And our kids play hard, and I tell them that every Friday night. I'm like, guys, you're playing hard, but there's still some stuff that we got to be better at if we want to have a chance to play for the state championship.
Absolutely. I asked you before we started the interview about the fact that you're a South Pittsburgh guy. That's where you went to high school, but you told me you went to elementary school and middle school in Jasper. So there's a little bit of black and orange and also some purple in your blood, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm a tweener, I guess you could say. My mom, she graduated from Marion County High School. My dad graduated from South Pittsburgh High School. And like I said, if you're on the outside looking in, you wonder, how my wires got so crossed. But, I went to I was in Jasper's school system until 8th grade. I spent my last 4 years in high school at South Pittsburgh. So, and I never got caught up in the big rival. Obviously, it was a competitive game when I was in high school, and, you want to win no matter any time you play, you step on the field, no matter who you play for. And that's just kind of the approach I've always taken with it.
At what stage in your life did you decide, I think I might want to be a coach?
I'll be honest with you. I never thought a whole lot about it until I got done playing in high school. I went to Tennessee Tech and played college football, and Obviously, when you get to college, you start thinking about what you want to do next. And, coaching was just kind of one of those things that, it always crossed my mind to want to do one day. And, I got in it after I graduated. I went actually back to South Pittsburgh and coached a few years, and where we were successful, won a state championship playing, and went back to and won coaching. And I don't know, it just kind of led me to this profession that I'm doing today.
Well, you've done really well. 8-0 right now, and like I said, ranked number 2 in the state at 2A. I think you guys have a lot more football games left in you this year. I appreciate your time and wish you good luck down the road, okay?
I appreciate it, Murph. Thanks.
Tim Starkey, head coach of the Marion County Warriors. This week, the Warriors travel to Cannon County. The Guru looks at the Mid-State. That's next on Murphy's Matchups.
Huff and Puff Trucking is a proud supporter of Tennessee high school football. There is a special bond that Friday nights in the fall bring to a small town. We wish the best of luck to every team this season. Huff and Puff is a company that connects with its employees in the same way a football team connects with its own town. If you're a Class A CDL driver or a maintenance technician and want to learn more about our advantages of working at Huff and Puff Trucking, call us at 800-965-5033.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
You're listening to Murphy's Matchups. Give us 30 minutes each week. We'll keep you up to date with the state of prep football in the Volunteer State. And now, here's Murphy Fair.
Thanks, Doug. Let's take a look at action here in Middle Tennessee. At the 6A level, Smyrna goes on the road to Antioch. It's a short drive, but nonetheless an away game for the Bulldogs, and I think the Bulldogs come away with a win there. Green Hill should win at Cookeville. Blackman may be the most improved team in the region. The Blaze should have no problem in dealing with Rockvale this week on the road. I think Coffee County gets a win against Ottawa. Look for Wilson Central to win at Warren County. Gallatin visits Springfield. It's one of the Mid-State's longest rivalries and should be a great game again this year. I'm picking the Green Wave to emerge as the winner in that one and possibly earn another berth into the playoffs. Oakland travels to Ravenwood. I think Oakland gets the win there. And Riverdale plays at Siegel. The Patriots and Warriors should both win games this week, only if they don't look ahead to the Battle of the Borough next week. If they look ahead, the Borough battle will be somewhat anticlimactic. Stewart's Creek should win at Laverne. Kirkwood should win at Kenwood. Rossview visits Clarksville. Both are tied for the Region 7 6A lead at 5-0. This one should be a war. I'm picking the Wildcats to end the evening as regional champs. Dixon County should win at West Creek. I think Clarksville Northeast wins at Clarksville Northwest. I'm picking Nashville Overton to get a win against Stratford. Look for Cane Ridge to top McGavock. Mount Juliet should win at Franklin. And I think Brentwood wins at home against Independence. In 5A, I don't think Beach has any problems winning at Hunter's Lane. Ridgeway, a likely loser in Paris at Henry County. I'm picking Page to win at home against Centennial. Look for James Lawson to get a win at Columbia. I think Franklin County wins at Lawrence County. Lincoln County, probably a loser at Shelbyville. Shelbyville is the only team in Region 5-5A without a league loss. I figure the Eagles stay that way with a win at home against the Falcons. Hillsboro should win at Glencliff. I think Nolensville gets a win at home against Summit. Tullahoma should pick up a win at Spring Hill. Look for Hendersonville to top Lebanon. And I think Portland gets a win at Westmoreland. In 4A action, I'm picking Livingston Academy to win at Cumberland County. Macon County should have no trouble with Watertown. DeKalb County visits White County. A win this week probably puts one of these teams into the postseason. I figure that honor goes to DeKalb County. Stone Memorial visits Upperman a week ago. Neither one of these teams had a loss in regional action. Should be a good game, but I think Upperman comes away the winner. Creekwood should win at home against Greenbrier. I'm picking Pearl Cone with an easy win over White House. Marshall County should get an easy win at Whites Creek. And I think Station Camp wins on the road at Montgomery Central. Now in 3A, few surprises can be found in this classification. The exception to that rule is where Community entertains Red Bowling Springs. I think RBS gets the win there. Fairview should have no trouble with Sycamore. I think Cheatham County tops Stewart County. I'm picking East Nashville to win at home against Republic. Liberty Creek should win at home against Maplewood. And I think Harpeth gets a win at home against East Hickman. In 2A, I'm picking Fayetteville to win at home against Cascade. Moore County should get another mark in the win column. They travel to Forest. Look for Marion County to win at Cannon County. Clay County should win on the road at Trousdale. I like East Hickman to win at Harpeth. Lewis County should have no trouble with Summertown. I like Waverly to get a win against Loretto. I'm picking East Robertson to win over White House Heritage. Mount Pleasant to win at home against Hickman County, and Monterey to win in Gainesboro against Jackson County. Now in 1A, I like Joe Burns to get a win over Houston County. Eagleville should win at home against Richland. I like McEwen to win at Brewston. Collinwood should win at Wayne County. And finally, I'm looking for Cornersville to get a win at Huntland.
Thanks, Murphy. When we return, Murphy catches up in Davidson County with the head coach of the Antioch Bears. You're listening to Murphy's Matchups.
Now, top excuses for not wearing a seatbelt, as told by guys in Tennessee.
Man, I get claustrophobic though, you know?
That's not claustrophobia, that's safety.
I don't know, I get this rash.
Are you sure that's from a seatbelt?
I don't need one, I've got my airbag.
Seatbelts and airbags work together. Think teamwork, like sports.
Nobody tells me what to do in my vehicle.
Ever heard of stoplights or speed limits? There's really no good excuse for not wearing a seatbelt. Click it or ticket. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Of the 26 letters in the alphabet, none makes an impact quite like the letter T. Coach Doug Dickey knew that when he put it on the Volunteers football helmets in 1964. And since then, it has evolved into one of the most well-known symbols in college sports. We call it the Power T. And it's not just a logo, it's proof that the Volunteer spirit never stops growing. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company, and the official insurance of the Vols.
Dr. Russell McKissick of Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance talks about the grassroots effort in our local schools to ensure proper care for players.
To make sure our teams are covered here locally, be there for our trainers. Yeah, it's a passion that we have to try to take care of our athletes here in town and be there just to keep everybody playing as healthy and as best they can.
From a community standpoint, one of the most important things you do at TOA, I'd guess.
I think it's definitely a way to pay back to our community, just to be there for them and watch some great sports too.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, live your best life.
Mills Family Pharmacy has served Murfreesboro and surrounding communities for nearly 2 decades, and we do more than just filling prescriptions. If you have questions about medications, we can help.
If a particular medicine needs to be compounded, can you do that?
Absolutely. Compounding gives pharmacists like Chad Mills or Craig Buckner the ability to produce a unique dosage, preservative-free and sugar-free if needed.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
Visit millsfamilypharmacy.com.
You're listening to Murphy's Matchups. Now Murphy catches up with Devin Arnold, head coach of the Antioch Bears.
Coach, it's good to have you on the show, and I know you got to really be happy about where you are and what's going on at Antioch High School.
Yes, first of all, thank you for letting me be on your show. Yeah, man, we're super excited about what's going on at Antioch High School right now. Boys are playing well, and we have a chance to win our region. And excited to see what's in the future.
You made your mark on Antioch football in just the third week of the season this year when you guys won, and not only won, but you won at Cane Ridge, the team that had pretty well dominated football in the Antioch area ever since that school opened up.
Yeah, that was a good win for us. Week 3, man, it did a lot for the boys. We spoke about us just getting just one. And once we got one, the rest would fall in place. And they went out there and played hard. Throughout the season, they put themselves in position to go out here and possibly get a region championship, which hadn't been done to Antioch in a long time.
Yeah, that's awesome. You got 2 more games left on your schedule. Tonight, you're playing Smyrna, and then you've got Laverne to go. But if you win either one of those games, especially the Smyrna game, you win the region, and I know that's got to be a goal for everybody associated with Antioch football.
Yes, that was the goal coming in the season, and we made a tough schedule, playing teams like Oakland, Knoxville, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, CPA, but it got us kind of ready for what our region had to offer, and playing Smyrna, it's going to be a big task for us, and hats off to Coach Williams, the job he does with his guys. They got some really good players out here, so just got to go out here and fight.
What's been the biggest difference with Antioch football in the last couple of years that has gotten you guys where you are today?
The biggest thing I see so far is just the kids' mindset. They believe that they can win. And when you walk out there with them, they're going to show you that they believe that they can win. They're going to fight. They're going to compete. And they're going to play as hard as they possibly can for each other. They always talk about it's a brotherhood over there. So, they're a close-knit group, so they just bind into what we have, the offense coaches. We're just pouring life into them and just getting better every day.
I see a lot of different football games each year, and the word family keeps cropping up all the time. I've even seen some that had towels that had the word family written on them for your skill players to be wearing, and it makes a difference. And, of course, the win over Cane Ridge didn't hurt anything either, did it?
Nah, it didn't. But yeah, these guys they're close. They're close. And man, they welcome everybody in. Man, they work hard, man. It started this summer, so to see it come in full circle, it's just been exciting to see for the boys.
Well, just keep doing what you're doing, Devin. You're doing a great job out there, and I wish you well not only in these last 2 games, but into the playoffs as well.
Thank you.
Devin Arnold, head coach of the Antioch Bears. The Bears are 3-5 so far this season, with wins at Cane Ridge, McGavock, and Stewart's Creek. This week, the Bears host the Bulldogs of Smyrna. We still have the West and Division II. Murphy has the rundown next on Murphy's Matchups.
Starting to save for your future doesn't have to be difficult. Let Wilson Bank and Trust help tone up your financial goals this year. Our certificates of deposits or CDs can help your money work harder with our competitive rates, earning you more than ever before. WBT checking options allow you to earn rewards you can really use, like a high interest rate or cash back on check card purchases when you meet some e-banking qualifications. Visit your closest Wilson Bank and Trust office or online at wilsonbank.com to get started today. Member FDIC.
Over 100 crispy Old World pepperoni.
Cheesy crust edge.
This Fanceroni pepperoni from Little Caesars is fancy.
Am I fancy enough for the Fanceroni? I'm wearing cargo shorts.
But Tim, me too. Fancy isn't measured by your inseam. Because if you are what you eat, then we're all feeling mighty fancy today.
Yeah! Try the Fanceroni pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperoni.
In Murfreesboro on Memorial, Warrior Drive, South Church, and Old Fort.
Pizza.
Hi, this is Amanda at Animal City, inviting your family to come do business with my family. We have all the items needed to spoil your pet, toys, food, treats, and more. Whether you're a new pet parent or a very experienced one, you'll find the items and help you need here at Animal City. We are proud and thankful to be celebrating our 33rd year in the Murfreesboro community. That's Animal City. We're at 919 Northwest Broad Street, right here in Murfreesboro. Please check out our Facebook page.
You're listening to Murphy's Matchups. For Week 10 across the state, 173 games are scheduled. 116 of those contests will see teams facing region opponents. And now, once again, Murphy Fair.
Thanks, Doug. Let's now take a look at West Tennessee action. We'll start in 6A. Germantown, maybe one of the best teams in the state, travels to Arlington. It's first place Germantown against last place Arlington. Don't look for an upset here. Germantown has too many players who will be playing at the next level in 2024. I'm going with the Red Devils. Bartlett should win at home against Cordova. I like Houston to get a road win at White Station. And Collierville should win against Whitehaven. In 5A, only 3 games to list. Southwind hasn't lost a game yet this year. I don't think they'll lose this week either. They play at Kirby and should win easily. I like Millington over Brighton and Fairleigh to win at Memphis Overton. 4A, Lexington should get a win at Chester County. Haywood entertains Crockett County. I'm picking Haywood in that one. Dyer County should squeak by Obion Central. Hardin County visits Jackson Southside, another big game where the playoffs are concerned. I think Hardin County gets the win and also a regional championship with that game. Jackson Northside should win at home against South Gibson. I think Melrose wins at Craigmont. Mitchell should defeat Fayette Ware, and I think Sheffield wins at home against Lakeland Prep. 3A action on Thursday night finds Douglas visiting Hamilton. I'm going with Hamilton in that one. Scotts Hill should win at Bolivar on Friday. Other Friday action finds Scotts Hill at Bolivar. I'm going with Scotts Hill there. Bolton should win at home against Raleigh, Egypt. I like Covington to get a win at home against Ripley. I'm picking Westview to top McNary Central. Dyersburg, playing at home, should have no trouble with Liberty Magnet. Sheffield entertains Lakeland Prep. Sheffield appears to have won the Region 8 3A title. This game and next week's battle at Kirby against Wooddale should serve as momentum for Coach Edward Kirkendall's Knights. And I think Memphis East defeats Wooddale. In 2A, a Thursday game there finds MASC at Manassas. I'm going with MASC. Huntington should have no trouble at Camden. I'm picking Milan to win at Peabody and Trenton. West Carroll should win at home against Kip. I look for Adamsville to get a road win at Gibson County. I like Riverside to get a win at JCM. And Perry County should top Middleton. Other 2A action finds MLK Prep, a team that has played 8 games this year, taking on Kingsbury. MLK Prep has been shut out 7 times in those 8 games, but Kingsbury has been shut out in all 8 games. Got to go with MLK Prep in this one. I like Tresvant to win at home against Hillcrest and BTW to win at home against Memphis Business. Now in 1A, McEwen visits Brewston. I've got to go with McEwen there. Union City should win at Humboldt. I like Dresden to win at home against Gleason. I'm picking South Fulton to get a road win at Halls. Look for Lake County to win at home against Greenfield. McKenzie should have no trouble with Freedom Prep of Memphis. And I think Middle College wins at home against Westwood. In Division II AAA, I'm picking Baylor to top MBA at the AAA level. Macaulay should win at Knoxville Catholic. And I think Lipscomb Academy wins at home against Brentwood Academy. In Division II AA, I'm looking for Boyd Buchanan to beat Knoxville Webb. CAK should top Notre Dame. I think Pope John Paul II wins at home against Chattanooga Christian. And Silverdale Baptist should win at home against Knoxville Grace. In the Mid-State, CPA entertains FRA. Should be a great game. They're battling for a regional championship, and I think CPA, playing at home, gets the win. BGA should have no trouble with Webb of Bell Buckle, and I think Davidson Academy wins at Good Pasture. Out west, Lausanne entertains North Point Christian of Mississippi. I think Coach Kevin LaCastro's team gets a number 1 seed in the playoffs with a win here. ECS should win at St. George's, and I think USJ should win at St. Benedict. In Division II Single A, 2 games there. I think Oneida beats Kings Academy at Oneida, and Friendship Christian should win at home against Ezell Harding. In the Mid-State, I like Nashville Christian to win at Clarksville Academy, Middle Tennessee Christian to win at crosstown rival Providence Christian. Columbia Academy should win at Mount Juliet Christian, and I think DCA wins at home against Franklin Grace. Out west, I'm looking for FACS to get a win at Fayette Academy. I think Jackson Christian wins at Harding Academy in Memphis, and finally I'm picking Trinity Christian to win at home in Jackson against Tipton Rosemark.
Thank you, Murphy. There you have it. Week 10 and Murphy's prognostications. You've been listening to Murphy's Matchups with the guru of Tennessee high school football, Murphy Fair. Murphy's Matchups, made possible by Farm Bureau Insurance and your local Farm Bureau agent.
This is Primetime Sports, WGNS Murfreesboro, on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, streaming worldwide on WGNSSports.com, and always at the game. The game.
Prep sports coverage starts right now. Now. WGNS Primetime Sports is honored to bring you the 77th season of coverage with tonight's high school sports broadcast of Rutherford County Prep Athletics. It's State Farm Prep Sports. Veteran broadcasters Brian Barrett and John Dinkins, in their 25th year together, are ready to bring you the story of tonight's contest. Here are the 2023 Tennessee Association of Broadcasters recipients for Best Sports Coverage, Brian Barrett and John Dinkins, with tonight's contest on News Radio WGNS.
And a pleasant evening here from Siegel High School, where tonight we'll have the battle between the Riverdale Warriors and the Siegel Stars right here on WGNS State Farm Prep Football. I'm John Dinkins, and along with Rod Edwards and Brian Baird will be joining us later here for the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff. It's sponsored by the law offices of John Day. They've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. Rod, two teams going in different directions tonight, and Siegel hopes to change that tonight, and Riverdale needs this win to make next week's even more important for them.
Yeah, and like you said, it was 4 wins for Riverdale in a row, averaging 49 points a game. Probably the most they've allowed defensively was last week against Blackman when they allowed 28 points in that run. Siegel, like you said, is going the other way. Then in their loss to Oakland, they lost their starting quarterback, Santel, who was had the most yardage of any of the quarterbacks in the area total, running and passing. Had a tough night at Beach last week, introducing a new quarterback. Probably have to maybe make some adjustments in their offense, so it's going to be a big night.
Well, it's senior night, and it's also a very special evening for Truman Jones and the SRO program. Jones and then Rutherford County Schools Superintendent Elam Carlton worked together to initiate the SRO program in 1993 at 5 county high schools. And, of course, SROs provide safety and security at all Rutherford County schools. They mentor and advise students and participate in school activities. Siegel SRO Roscoe Sanders will be coordinating the celebration that they're going to have tonight. And anyone who is part of the division is welcome to come to the game. And they'll ask to stand up in the stands and be recognized. Director of Schools, Dr. James Sullivan, Director and Safety Director Patty Ozer of Rutherford County Schools are scheduled to attend. And it'll be a recognition with a motorcade of 2 Tennessee Highway Patrol motorcyclists, 2 Murfreesboro Police SROs, and 2 Sheriff SROs escorting Jones and the 5 original SROs at 6:42 p.m., which is just a few minutes from now, to the midfield during pregame ceremonies. They'll walk under sabers from Siegel High School's Honor Guard to midfield, where they'll be recognized for the contributions to the SRO program. And I guess you could call them old-timers. They're old-timers. Bill West is out there. Dan Goodwin's going to be there. I think Kennedy, is going to be there. I'm not sure, but we'll kind of talk about that a little bit as we go. But let's take our first time out, and when we return, we will be it'll be our Rick's Barbecue County Roundup as the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff continues, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
Each team knows which play will be the winning move. I'm Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-900-0877 to make the winning move that can save you time and money.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose. You do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony, then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do, but your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more. pet never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
Does being a caregiver for your loved one wear you out? Then Arosa Care is here to help. Arosa has an experienced team of caregivers and licensed care managers who help families make educated decisions regarding the aging process. This is Erin Keogh Rankin. Let me help you. Call us at 615-848-6774 or find us at arosacare.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, JCPenney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for nearly 20 years. You'll receive courteous and friendly customer service every time. Why? Because we grew up here, and you are our neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair and maintenance on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, just off I-24. SmyrnaAutorepair.com, 615-220-0971. Just ask for Danny.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
All right, I want to mention one more time here as we return. The SRO's honor tonight is going to be Barry Benham, Phil Brooks, Dan Goodwin, Bill Kennedy, and Bill West. And, man, I remember a lot of those guys. I was a principal during that beginning, that inaugural year, and a lot of questions. A lot of people didn't know how that was going to work. And, boy, 30 years later, going strong. We're ready for the countdown to kickoff. It's the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. Rick's Barbecue has quality, fresh, never frozen meats that are smoked the old-fashioned way using real hickory wood on specially designed pits to give your pork, chicken, and beef the best flavor. Also be sure to try other favorites like slaw dogs and loaded baked potatoes. From the pit to the plate, Rick's Barbecue is ready to feed your hungry family on Warrior Drive off South Church Street. Some pretty meaningful games tonight, Rod. And why don't we get right at it? A big one at Antioch tonight. Smyrna 3-0 against Antioch 3-0 in the region, battling it out tonight.
It doesn't get any bigger than that when you have the two undefeated teams within their region going head-to-head tonight, the last week of the season. Winner takes all for the region. And number one seed beginning when we begin the playoffs. The second place is going to have, the next loser is going to have to fight it out a little bit more to find out who gets second place. They have the advantage, but it could turn on them.
Well, Antioch has two consecutive losses against Mount Juliet and CPA. So, and Smyrna has reeled off several in a row, and I would think momentum would have to be in Smyrna's favor.
It has, but think of the competition. CPA, Mount Juliet undefeated. They also played Oakland already. I mean, that's different than mindset than what Antioch has had before. But basically, they avoided competition. Now they're wanting to find the tough competition. So this should be a battle. It's basically going to be a defensive battle from Smyrna's part. If they can control the ball, control the clock, that's what they need to do against the speed of Antioch.
We'll have Dr. Automotive reports coming from Danny Brewer in that game tonight as well. Blackman's at Rockville. This is a big game. Both teams 1-2, and Blackman coming off a loss and Rockville coming off a win. But a big game for these teams in terms of seeding.
That is, and not only seeding for as your record, but also head-to-head if you end up tied, which is the possibility. So very big game. It's one of those, it's hard to pick. You know, you've got basically Blackman's offense is maybe been performing a little better than Rockvale hopes that they've got things kind of straightened out last week, the last 2 weeks actually, with 2 wins in a row. Rockvale's defense has been very strong this year, and actually stronger than Blackman. So it's more of a defensive team against a better offensive team.
And I think it's important for Blackman to be able to hold Rockvale to some points. I think Blackman will score a few points, but the defense maybe has given up a few more than they would like.
Right. And that's been their weakness in the last couple of years, that they have that tendency to give up the points. So it's going to come down to which one does the best in their specialty.
Well, here's another game that I thought wouldn't mean a whole lot, but it's going to mean a lot. Laverne had a big win last week over Green Hill in overtime, and Dominique Jones, the quarterback, had a great game. And Stewart's Creek fell to Smyrna 19-18, and boy, that's a tough loss for Stewart's Creek. Can they rebound to take on Laverne tonight?
Right. They've had a couple tough losses. And that Smyrna one was a really tough one. That was really a hard-hit power game. Stewart's Creek a little more speed, but Smyrna was able to control it down and able just to get enough to win the game and do it when it had to be done. So, it's some clutch play right there. Laverne, probably the biggest surprise for all of us when they beat Green Hill. Green Hill was like 6-1 going into the game, and for them to come out with it, and they're starting to really show something on offense. Quarterback's doing a good job passing and running. In fact, he I think got the winning touchdown in overtime. So it's going to be a dandy, and it have a lot to do with who's going to get third and fourth, or maybe second.
Yeah, you're right. The Bricks Barbecue County Roundup's going to continue. We've got a couple more games to talk about, and plus this one we're having tonight. And you're listening to the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
Hi, this is Dan at Music World and Drummers Den. Well, it turns out we have keyboards as well. We have Yamaha, we have beginner models up to ones that look good in your living room like furniture, and all points in between, traveling musician, synthesizers and pianos. Well, what about drums? Do we have drums? We are Music World and Drummers Den, 2762 South Church Street, across from Indian Hills Golf Course.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Rayburn Insurance in Smyrna.
Come see me, Rick Hall, at Rayburn Insurance in downtown Smyrna today.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstireprostn.com.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is dedicated to Rutherford County, its students, their families, and their futures. Hi, I'm Ryan Savage, Assistant Vice President and Branch Manager. We understand the challenges of managing your family's finances. At First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, your family is our family. Visit us at our Gateway or Memorial Boulevard offices here in Murfreesboro, and always online at fnbmt.com. First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
And welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff. John Diggins and Rod Edwards here, and we're sponsored by the law offices of John Day. And we continue with the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. And we're going to travel now to Providence Christian, where MTCS is going to take on PCA.
It's the first game of what could be a big rivalry here at Murfreesboro in the Division 2A, which we haven't had that because we only have one school. Providence Christian probably is the most improved team from expectations when the season started. I mean, the team started for the first time to play 11-man football, 4-4 and 2-1 in their region is outstanding. Middle Tennessee Christian, we knew they are very potent. They got several young men who've been starting for 3 years and been very productive, and they have lived up to it. Won the big game with Friendship Christian in a battle, so exciting that night.
And they can lock up the region title with a win, so tough situation for PCA. I mean,
it is.
It's a bad time to be.
They've had a good season,
school. Yeah,
beyond what you expect, but this is a different animal.
Oakland will be traveling at Ravenwood. Both teams 7-1. This won't be a cupcake here for Oakland. Ravenwood very good, and especially there.
Yeah, they definitely, and they're a team that just keeps improving as the season goes along. I don't think they were strong at the beginning of the year, but they seem like they're getting better and better. So they're a team that has the quality and the depth to make Oakland work.
It's a kind of a good game for Oakland before they have to play Riverdale, I think. Right. It's a battle of the Patriots are number 2, and the Raptors are ranked 8th. And both have great running attacks, so that should be an interesting game. And Richland is at Eagleville. Richland 3-5 at the Eagles 4-4. And the Eagles aren't in must-win territory, but a loss to the Raiders would leave them in danger of missing the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Richland had just 113 yards and a 26-21 loss to Collinwood last week. Caleb Snitzer had 91 yards rushing for the Eagles in the loss to Loretto. Big game for Eagleville in terms of let's make the push for the playoffs.
Well, not only that, Richland's one step ahead of them. They're 2-2. Eagleville 1-2. You win that, you end up tied into the season. You've got the win over them. That gives you an advantage for playoffs, and they may need that.
Don't you think Floyd Walker probably told those boys that
a
few times?
I would imagine.
A few times this week.
Over and over, I would think.
Yeah, and Riverdale, of course, at Siegel tonight. We're going to be talking about that game, but we're going to take another break. That's your Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. When we come back, we'll check the forecast and get you ready for tonight's game as the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff continues, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
Pizza. You in a hurry for dinner? Well, we've made it even easier to order online at sirpizzatn.com. Tap the location nearest you and begin your carryout or delivery order at sirpizzatn.com. You can choose from our full menu, and we'll take care of the rest. A Queen's Feast is calling my name. Order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Hello friends, Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. More than I can count, we have taken care of families who were totally caught off guard with the passing of a loved one. There are so many details to tie up. It really can be overwhelming. Again, more than I can count are the comments from families who have pre-planned and pre-funded their or their loved one's funeral, saying, "I'm so thankful we took care of this ahead of time. It would have been a financial hardship had we not. Let me help you pre-plan. Call me at 615-893-2422.
Roscoe Brown is this area's leading provider of home indoor air quality products and services. Back in 1940, Roscoe Brown started this family business with a goal of treating customers like family. Over 80 years later, that commitment continues. If you're new to town, ask Roscoe Brown to do a checkup on your HVAC and plumbing systems. It'll make a difference. Call Roscoe Brown and schedule a checkup today.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Celeste Middleton. Give me a call at 615-895-2700 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Every team knows which play can be a winning move. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack, here to help life go right by combining your home and auto insurance. Call me today at 615-890-0850. It's a winning move that saves you time and money.
We're talking now with Heather here at Carpets by Osborne.
What are some of the advantages that Carpets by Osborne has?
Being a family business and being locally owned and operated, we do free estimates. We have our own subcontractors that work for our business. We will come out, look at your floor covering. Throughout the whole process, you deal with an individual. You're not passed off to different contractors. We handle it from start to finish.
Carpets by Osborne on Northwest Broad, next to Tire World.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We're back with the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, and they are now presenting the SROs, and a really nice presentation going on out to the field here at Siegel High School. But it's time to check our Fans Heating and Air football forecast from the WGNS Weatherology Weather Center. It is currently 65 degrees. Here's Ray Miller.
Thanks, John. A cool but comfortable evening shaping up across the area. We'll see temperatures in the lower 60s around kickoff with winds out of the northwest at about 5 miles an hour. The dew point in the mid-40s, so not a great deal of humidity. And we'll see mainly clear skies. By the end of the game, temperatures falling back into the mid-50s. I'm WGNS meteorologist Ray Miller with your Fans Heating and Air forecast. Your Rutherford County heating and air experts since 1966.
Time now for the keys to the game. Brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna. Auto, home, business, and life insurance since 1973.
Time to talk about this game tonight. Riverdale will be here at Siegel. Riverdale 6-2, 3-0 in 6A, and Siegel 4-4, 1-2. Siegel not only controls its playoff destiny, but can still finish as high as second tonight, Rod, in the region, winning out and getting a little help. However, the Stars have lost 4 in a row, including 3 since senior quarterback Thomas Santel went down. He had more than 2,000 total yards entering Week 7 loss to Oakland, in which he suffered a season-ending collarbone injury. 7th-ranked Riverdale has been rolling behind senior quarterback Braden Graham, 2,000 passing yards, 29 TDs, winning 4 in a row and averaging 49 points a game during that stretch. Rod, your take on tonight's game?
Well, for Riverdale, basically they want to spread the ball. They want to get a running game going again with DJ Taylor like they did last week. The only thing that they need to do a little bit differently is cut down the personal fouls, a little more discipline on the field, and basically defensively control the game. But for Siegel, they've got to possess the ball, keep the ball away from Riverdale, who are very explosive. Going to have a running game mixed in with a sharp passing game with a new quarterback. Just try to keep the first downs, keep the chains moving, eat up clock, and maybe a few breaks goes your way.
Riverdale played a very tough preseason schedule, and it's kind of paid off for them the last few games as they're playing really well. But they've got to be careful, Rod, not to overlook Siegel in anticipation of the game next week.
When the other team stars out, a lot of times you get relaxed. You think, well, we got this. And a lot of times people get fooled. You don't want to be caught with your not respecting the opponent and really realize that they can beat you.
And I think Siegel's going to have to kind of plan some kind of offense tonight to move the football. You can't let Riverdale, you want to keep it out of their hands as much as possible.
Right. It's probably a combination of pounding, maybe mix up your runs with maybe reverses, then the short, quick passes. Try to get the run to set up pass and vice versa. Keep the ball, and you can't have any mistakes. You can't have turnovers.
All right.
Turnovers will kill them.
There you go. That's about all we've got here on the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. And when we return after the break, Brian Baird will join us. He'll not only have the players to watch, but the play-by-play story tonight of Riverdale and Siegel here from Siegel High School. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Wade Hayes of Toots Restaurants. My personal favorite menu item is our Danish baby back ribs. They're fall off the bone tender, very lean, got a delicious homemade sauce we put on it, and there's nobody serving ribs like these anywhere in Middle Tennessee.
Toots, good food and fun since 1985.
At Toots Restaurants, our quality has not changed.
Our portions have not changed.
Our products have not changed.
Good food and fun.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee.
As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back to the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. We are wrapping up here, and Brian Barrett joins me here, and got a big one tonight and big one all across the region this week.
Yeah, really, I know you guys were talking a lot about the Smyrna-Antioch game. That's at Antioch tonight. Danny Brewer's going to be filling us in with some reports at halftime and postgame on that game, and a region title on the line. And had you said after the first 4 weeks that Smyrna was going to have a chance to play for a region title, I don't know that anybody would have said that that was possible. Rockvale versus Blackman, that's a huge game. Oakland at Ravenwood, two state-ranked teams in the top 10 in 6A. Stewart's Creek at Laverne, and Laverne had a huge win last week. Stewart's Creek better not overlook them as well. And Stewart's Creek with a tough loss last week. How did they bounce back? Eagleville versus Richland, and Eagleville needs to crank out some wins here to try to get in the playoffs. MTCS and PCA, lots of big games coming up tonight. We're going to take a final timeout, come back, and a look at your players to watch. And the kickoff to this one between the Riverdale Warriors and the Siegel Stars next from Ken Nolan Stadium. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for nearly 20 years. You'll receive courteous and friendly customer service every time. Why? Because we grew up here and you are our neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair and maintenance on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, just off I-24. SmyrnaAutorepair.com, 615-220-0971. Just ask for Danny.
When Rutherford Countyans think of insurance professionals, they think Rayburn Insurance Agency at 200 South Lowry in Smyrna, meeting the needs of thousands of customers since 1973. You can trust Rayburn Insurance with all your needs, a place where customer service really matters. It's personal with Rayburn Insurance, as fans of local sports, as friends, and as insurance professionals. Check them out at rayburn.net or call 615-459-4145. Rayburn Insurance, for business, auto, home, and life insurance.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service. From personal tax preparation to business bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes, at Craig's Tax Service, our staff is here to help.
Get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
As a former Siegel Star football player, I know the importance of the high school sports experience. Good luck to all county student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We're back here at Ken Nolan Stadium and Siegel High School. We're going to have the coin toss here in just a moment, and the game ball will be presented by former Sheriff Truman Jones here tonight. And a very nice gesture by Siegel and honoring the SROs here this evening. And right now, your players to watch.
Time now for your players to watch. Brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, along with JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates.
First of all, for the visiting Riverdale Warriors, Braden Graham, that's where we start. 141 of 197, 2,119 yards passing, 29 touchdowns, and 1 interception. That's 265 yards passing per game, a 72% completion rate. Isaiah Verser in the backfield, 48 carries, 288 yards, 4 TDs. DJ Taylor, finally back and healthy, 29 carries, 298 yards, 3 TDs. And his wide receiver core,
lots to pick from, but it starts with Brock Montgomery, 43 catches, 808 yards receiving, 11 TDs. Also 11 TDs for Keyshawn Williams, 38 catches, 575 yards. And also Jalen Thompson, Braylon Vanderbilt, Ben Woodruff, and Ryan Edmonston will see some time at wide receiver this evening. Khalil Armand, the kicker for the Riverdale Warriors. They've got lots of defensive standouts. Their defensive stats this week just didn't seem like, I think they were just one-game stats, so I don't have good stats for them on that. For the Siegel Stars, without Thomas Santel, who accounted in 6 games for 1,550 yards, they're going with senior quarterback A.J. Kuchara. In 4 games, really 1 game under center for the full game, 13 of 25, 216 yards passing, 1 TD, and 1 interception. Christian Fletcher, the leading running back, 292 yards on 78 carries. That's 3.7 yards per carry, 49 yards per game, and 4 TDs. The receiving core, Teron Grant, senior receiver, 14 catches, 233 yards, 3 TDs. And Caleb Watson, the tight end, the leading receiver. In fact, he has half of the receiving touchdowns at 6 with 579 yards on 29 catches this season. Blake Schofield is your kicker. Quentin Groves, Maddox Grisham, Brody Garman, Torres Waiters, Kel Harrison, Kevin Inslee, and Andrew Varner are your leading defenders for the Siegel Stars who take the field tonight. Those are your players to watch from JHA Company, Fans Heating and Air, and Winners Trophies. About ready to get this one underway here tonight. Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, Rod Edwards, here on WGNS Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Siegel Stars come out onto the field here this evening, clad in the navy blue jerseys, white numbers, white pants with the navy blue stripe, and the Siegel star on the helmet with a blue stripe. The helmets are white. John, they really, really, really look like the Dallas Cowboys to me.
Yeah, well, that's what I said before we started. It's a good look, I tell you. I like that star on the side of the helmet. And we can see Riverdale's numbers tonight. Everything's right in the world, Brian.
Yes, it is. Riverdale in the white jerseys and pants with Cardinal numbers. Very easy to see. And Vegas gold helmets with the Cardinal spear on the side. And we are ready to go. And Riverdale will be kicking off to Siegel. So the Stars will be receiving here. Riverdale will have the ball to start the second half. We're ready to go here.
Really important that Siegel do a good job of trying to move the ball on this first possession. I think key to the game is time of possession. You don't want Riverdale dominating it and get their hands, all those receivers, on that football.
Well, here is the Armand kick, which is going to be in the end zone to start things off here. So your official J. Mullins Jewelry kickoff time going to be 7:04. J. Mullins Jewelry on West Northfield Boulevard. Expert jewelry repair, custom jewelry design and manufacturing, and a wide selection of those indestructible reactor watches at J. Mullins Jewelry and Gifts, West Northfield Boulevard. There between Memorial and Sulphur Springs. J. Mullins Jewelry. And I tell you what, Craig Revis should get overtime pay. He's been announcing since about
4:30.
Really about 6:15. They had senior night and the SRO recognition tonight. Pretty special. Right to left, the Stars will be moving here to start this contest. Handoff, and immediately Fletcher is going to be met in the backfield. And I believe that was Joseph Guzman, number 10, who laid the leather to Christian Fletcher. And that's going to be a loss of 3 yards. So second down. Trying to find a crease, coming here to the near side. Going to pick up just about a yard, and that's it. Well, the Warriors are coming in pretty angry, it looks like, John.
Well, right now, dominance of the defensive front for Riverdale is pretty overwhelming. And this puts them in a 3rd and 12 situation, which is Kuchera probably doesn't really want to see.
It's going to be 3rd down and 12 with a gain of a yard after losing 3 on first down play. Kuchera rolling out right side, passing that way, and it is going to be almost intercepted, but it was really too low and it skipped in.
Well, Kuchera felt the rush. They had a blitz coming in from the safety, and he kind of flung it to the right side, which is a dangerous pass to throw to the outside by the sidelines. But he underthrew the guy trying to intercept it, so that was lucky for them.
Well, that's going to bring on Schofield to punt almost over his head, just gets it away. And it's going to take a nice Siegel bounce across midfield and going to be down at the 43.5 yard line. So that's where the Warriors will take over here.
Good punt considering what happened back there, and did a good job. Schofield did a good job of recovering. Our game tonight is brought to you by Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, First Bank, Arosa Care, and the law offices of John Day.
Well, the first thing Schofield had to do was make sure he caught that ball.
Yes.
If it's over his head, that's a safety. And so good job by the senior kicker punter, Blake Schofield. 1st and 10 here for the Warriors, and Graham back to pass. Plenty of time. Passes downfield to Keyshawn Williams, and Williams inside the 40 of Siegel. Going to be down around the 37.5 yard line for a 16-yard pass and catch. Walters on the tackle for the Siegel Stars. It's a First Bank first down for Riverdale. John, we saw the Montgomery and Williams matchups last week, and they are something special with Graham back there, the signal caller.
We'll say that again, and they really run their routes well, and they run great with after the catch.
DJ Taylor trying to run left side. Not going to get a whole lot there. Looks like maybe a yard, possibly. Grant making the tackle, 2nd down. First offensive possession for the Warriors. Just underway here. 2nd down.
I don't think they gave him anything.
I don't
really.
think they did either.
Maybe one.
Well, it says 2nd and 9 on the scoreboard here, so. 2nd down, and here's Graham back to pass. 4-step drop, looking deep, and snagged by Montgomery and into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors, a 38-yard strike.
Great offensive line, did a great job giving him time. Montgomery ran the route, and I mean, he threw a strike to Montgomery just a little high, and of course that's nothing for Brock Montgomery with those long frames of his.
Toots touchdown for the Warriors, and they strike first on their first offensive drive here to take a 6-0 lead with the extra point upcoming. That's a Toots touchdown. Toots, good food and fun. Don't forget their lunch specials every day for just $6.99 during the weekdays. The extra point up and good. And with 9:30 to play in the first, it's 7-0 Riverdale over Siegel on State Farm Prep Sports.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, JCPenney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
Mills Family Pharmacy has served Murfreesboro and surrounding communities for nearly 2 decades. From a simple prescription refill, an over-the-counter remedy, to a compounded prescription, Mills Family Pharmacy can help.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. Come on down and see us. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro. We'd love to have you.
At Mills, we also offer a medication delivery service. Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Here's the Riverdale kickoff, going to be taken by Siegel at the 2-yard line. And the Stars met at around the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll begin this offensive series, trailing the Warriors 7-0.
Well, there's some hitting going on by the Warriors. I mean, they had 100 yards, over 100 yards in penalties, and I think Coach Kreisky probably worked on that over the week. And you can play smart, just don't overexert, don't do things that can get your team in tough situations.
Yeah, I'm sure that there were some definite conversations about that.
More than one, probably.
Yeah, especially with what's looming next week, and I'm sure that wasn't necessarily the focus this week, but got to clean those things up before you get into big games for sure. Nice fake, pass over the top, and the catch is made. And that catch to tight end Caleb Watson. Nice pass from Kuchera.
It must have been incomplete. They haven't moved the
bounced.
stick.
Rod had the glasses on it, bounced in, unfortunately. So Saka down. Swing pass out to the right side. Trying the sideline and tiptoeing down the sideline is Drew Hostetter, the sophomore receiver. 16 catches, 332 yards, and 2 TDs coming into this game. Setting up a third and manageable, John.
Just a little flare pass, and then Hostetter did a good job of picking up some big yards. That play only looked like it was going to get 3 or 4, and he made it the rest of the way.
So 3rd and 2. And a nice big run up the middle to the 40, to the 41, 42-yard line. And a nice run for the first bank. First down, Stars. And that was Christian Fletcher with a big one right up the gut. Ote making the tackle there.
He was about one man away from breaking that.
They go back to Fletcher this time, and Fletcher maybe gets a yard, ekes out a yard. Getting hit right at the line of scrimmage. Smith and Guzman on the tackle. Saka down now for the Siegel Stars, who've gotten their first down and trying to keep the chain moving across the way. Maryville and Alcoa playing tonight. That game tied at 14, by the way, for those interested. Some of those East Tennessee scores. 2nd and 9, 7-0 Riverdale in this one. Quick pass to the tight end Watson again, to the 50, to the 49 of Riverdale. And that's going to be enough for the first down. I'm having a hard time picking up the markers across the way. That's a 10-yard pickup. Edmonston making the tackle.
Very short passes and accurate passes by Kuchera. That's a good look for Siegel right now.
Are you having a hard time finding the markers?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Kuchera, nice pass, cutting through, and that was Teron Grant, senior wide receiver, splitting across on a little post route and goes for 13 yards. Another first down for the Stars, and putting together a very nice drive here at the 36 of Riverdale, trailing 7-0. And Kuchera keeps himself and is going to run out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line. And we'll see where they spot it. Looks like about a 5-yard pickup there to the 31-yard line. Ball on the left hash. Twin receivers to either side. Grant and Watson line up to the left. 2 more to the right. Kevin Inslee, the junior, one of the 2 on the right side. Ball from the left hash. Little swing pass to Grant, left side. Has some protection. Gets to around the 25-yard line, maybe inside the 25. Williams on the tackle. He does pick up 6 yards and enough for another first down. Knocking on the door of the John Day Legal red zone here. Fletcher going to line up on the right hip of Kuchera. And now a whistle. I hear a whistle. Is there a flag somewhere? Yes. Sideline judge on the far side threw the flag.
It's going to be against Siegel, I believe.
Well, that's
somebody
not what they
was
needed.
lined up wrong.
I want to apologize to AJ and his family. We probably have called him by an incorrect name 100 times tonight. We'll get it right.
And what is the correct way to say it?
Kuchara.
Kuchara.
Yeah, emphasis on the first syllable, right? I got a wink from Chad there. 3 wide to the right. Looking to the left, though, and Grant going to the end zone. Incomplete.
Nice shot at it, and slightly overthrown. There was a little moving around, punching a little bit down there. But
Keyshawn Williams defending on the play for Riverdale. That's really mano-a-mano with Grant and Williams, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, that's a one-on-one situation, and Grant almost won that one.
That was a 1st and 15 shot. Now 2nd and 15. And they go to Watson, complete to the 24-yard line. Picks up 5 and makes it 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10. Ball from the right hash here now. Thompson on the tackle. Lined up in an I. They fake the handoff. No, they do give the ball to Fletcher. Fletcher running to the right sideline and out of bounds inside the John Day legal red zone at about the 18-yard line. Picks up 6 yards, but going to be short of the 1st down, and it's 4th down here.
Well, they were really planning. It looked like Riverdale was lining up for the run, which is correct, but Fletcher took it to the outside and kind of fooled him a little bit. Was able to get some yardage out of it.
See if they bring on Schofield, and it looks like they are. Try to get some points here on this possession.
28-yard field goal attempt, and he's got the leg for it.
Well, let's see. It's going to be a 35-yard field goal attempt from there. So Schofield attempting a 35-yard field goal attempt. Play set is good. The kick is in the air, and the kick is no good. No good.
That was a difficult angle, really,
yes,
for him to try to attempt that, but he had enough leg.
From the right hash, the angle made it tough, and the kick is no good.
Our game tonight brought to you by TOA, Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, and muscles. That's TOA's team of surgical specialists, and they can get you back in the game. I'm a firm believer of TOA now. I have a new knee, but I don't have to get out there and play football. That's the good news.
Got a few scores rolling in. When I get a second, I will try to get you updated on some of those. Riverdale takes over at the 20-yard line. Going to the ground game, and DJ Taylor, who gets it to the 22-yard line for a 2-yard pickup.
I really like that offensive set of plays that Siegel ran. Unfortunately, you know, you get a penalty that kind of hurts things. They came up a little short trying to get that 1st down.
Hensley on the tackle. On 2nd down, trying to get the run game established, and DJ Taylor going to be smoked for a loss back to the 18 now.
DJ didn't have a chance on that play.
So Oakland Ravenwood, an update there. Ravenwood blocks a punt, runs it back 7 yards for a touchdown. Then the Raptors onside kick recover at the Oakland 37. Defense gets a stop to get the ball back, but then an interception sets up the short field. Ravenwood scores 1 play later. They're up 12-0 over Oakland on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Now penalty markers thrown here on 3rd and 13.
I think that's going to be offsides on Siegel.
So that's going to give Riverdale 5 yards here, make it 3rd and a bit more manageable.
Again, another penalty on to the Stars really hurt them here in this situation.
So let me correct that score. It's 14-0. The extra points were good, by the way, in that. Third down and passing to the 30. Going to be enough for the first down, just barely. And the completion going to be made to Ben Woodruff. That goes about 8 yards, and the first down for the Riverdale Warriors. Walters making the catch there.
Woodruff just kind of came off the line there and found a good spot, found him open.
3 wide left, 1 here to the near side, and here's Taylor on the run, 35-40, 45-50, 45-40 down the sideline, 35-30, 25 and a flag flying. Down at the 20-yard line is Taylor.
Well, it should nullify the run, but there was probably a block in the back toward the end of that play.
Rick's on the tackle there, but it was, as John mentioned, that flag is right at the 27, 28-yard line, so it was toward the end of the play. They are going to put the ball back. The penalty, I didn't see what they called it on, but they put the ball back at the 38-yard line. But still,
huge run.
Huge run. So the ball placed at the 38 of Siegel for Riverdale. They're leading 7-0, 3:18 to play in the first quarter. MTCS strikes first versus PCA. They lead 8-0 on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Here's Graham, back to pass, looking across the middle, pass complete. And the receiver is Braylon Vanderbilt, complete to the 25-yard line. And that's enough for a first down for the Warriors. That's a 12-yard pickup there. Groves making the tackle.
That offensive line for Riverdale of Will Height, Smith, Meza, and Waters have done a great job the last few games. There are a lot of seniors on that line.
Looking right side, pass complete. Now Thompson tries to reverse field, and Siegel there to kind of swallow him up, but he does get to the 18-yard line, and in the John Day Legal red zone are the Warriors. John Day Legal, seriously injured. Call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. Walters with the tackle. An Oliver 28-yard field goal puts Smyrna up 3-0 over Antioch with 2:14 to play in the first quarter. Another update on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Here, 7-0 Riverdale. Under 2 minutes to play now. Twin receivers, now man in motion. They fake the run up the middle, pass to Brock Montgomery, tries to shake a couple of people, and Siegel, good job keeping him in front, and he's going to be shy of the first down by about 1.5 yards. He's a tough guy to bring down, John, when he gets the ball in the open.
Big guy, big tall, and Siegel did a really good job of coverage that time and really gained maybe 1 yard on the play. I think they were trying to go to the end zone, actually, trying to go deep, but nobody was open. That was good coverage down there.
Ball from the left hash. DJ moving to about the 12-yard line. Picks up 4 yards. MTCS strikes again. They lead 14-0. 2-point conversion was no good.
There's probably a little emotion in that game too, isn't there?
I'd say so.
You know?
Of course,
big brother wanted to beat little brother up, I guess.
And PCA volleyball, you know, they beat MTCS on MTCS's home floor this week after MTCS beat them in the regular season and I think in the district tournament. But then in the rest of the postseason, pass is going to be a bit overthrown in front of Jalen Thompson and falls incomplete. Siegel had that pretty well covered,
yeah,
too.
he really wasn't open, and he kind of
almost forced it.
Yeah, nothing there, and that's his first incompletion of the day. He was 6 of 6 going into that.
Brings up second down and 10. They can get a first down just inside the 5. I think at the 4-yard line. 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. from the left hash. Here's Graham. Drops back. Plenty of protection. Now it breaks down. He's in trouble now. Runs and takes a vicious hit at the 10-yard line. Well, just shy of the 10 at the 11. So gets 3 yards on that.
Again, good coverage.
Yep.
And what happens when you're in the red zone, things get really tightened up, and the secondary can really if they can do a good job, it's really difficult to find somebody open.
Well, that's going to end the first quarter of play. We go to the second quarter. It's Riverdale 7, Siegel nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
If someone asked, what's your more? Would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
Parks Auction. We handle everything.
Whether you're buying or selling a home or whether you're buying or selling commercial property, the auction is just so much easier, quicker, smoother.
My wife and I sold our personal home. Parks Auctions helped us with that. The house brought about 20% more than we were going to ask for.
Visit our website at parksauction.com to learn more.
Hi there, 12.5 now, $15.
Stan Vaught and the Parks Auction team are proud supporters of local high school and MTSU sports.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part by Toots Good Food and Fun, Bud's Tire, Wilson Bank and Trust, and Rayburn Insurance Agency. 7-0 Riverdale. They are at the 7-yard line here, 3rd and 7 from the 11 as we start the second quarter of play. John, Ryan, and Rod.
Here we are, second quarter of play. Got a few scores. Don't have anything out of Blackman and Rockvale just yet. They're going to the second quarter. Smyrna, Antioch. Smyrna leads 3-0, but Antioch driving from what we understand. Try to see if I can get you something out of the Rockvale-Blackman game here sometime soon. We've swapped sides of the field here now, so Riverdale is moving from right to left as we see it. Have the ball at the 11. It's 3rd and 7 from the 11-yard line now. Graham with Taylor on his left hip, 3 wide right. That's the wide side, and now Siegel is going to give him 5 yards. Well, that's not what you want to do if you're the Stars.
No, that's a killer. That makes that so much easier. Now you can do about anything, run the football, whatever. DJ probably could get you 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 2 from the 6 now. Graham back to pass. Gets it out, right side, driving in, touchdown, Warriors.
Beautiful play. In fact,
that was a pass to Keyshawn Williams for the TD.
He was a trailer of the other receiver, and he spun around and got into the end zone. That was a really nice call.
Took me a moment to find out who that receiver was, and I can say with 85% accuracy that that's who that was.
Only 85%?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least you're honest.
Well, if Chad would bring some Windex up here for this window, it might help.
Man,
just kidding.
You want everything. You want him to get a ladder and climb out there?
Oh, he's got some. Wish I'd have known that. The extra point is up and good by Khalil Armand. And your score with 11:51 to play in the half. Riverdale 14, Siegel nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
Head over to J. Mullins Jewelry to check out their selection of rings, watches, custom designed jewelry, and much more. They're a local business located at 352 West Northville Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. They have gifts for all occasions, weddings, graduations, anniversaries, whatever you need, you can find it at J. Mullins Jewelry. That's at 352 West Northville Boulevard or online at mullinsjewelry.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Well, here's the Warrior kickoff to the Stars, and it's going to be a touchback, so Siegel will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And going to the second quarter, Oakland trailing Ravenwood. And JoJo Freeman saying 12-0, so I'm going to go with his score because I know he's there. So anyway, John, Siegel Stars don't want to dig themselves too deep of a hole here. They put together a very good drive earlier, so hopefully they can do it again here.
Well, that penalty I thought really hurt them on that little 5-yard penalty to Siegel. It kind of gave them a much different view, but from 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 2, which helped that score for them. And now Riverdale probably trying to smell a little blood here early in this game.
And Fletcher going left side and hit at the line of scrimmage. No gain there.
Our game tonight brought to you by Toots Good Food and Fun, Bud's Tire, Wilson Bank and Trust, Rayburn Insurance Agency, and Good Neighbor State Farm's agent Celeste Middleton. Give her a call at 615-895-2700.
Back to pass, flinging it long and deep and incomplete. Intended for Drew Hostetter. Showing a little arm right there.
Yeah, a little bit more in the air, a little bit more. That was a little bit much of a line drive there. And
A.J. Kuchara.
He does have a good arm.
Got our first score in from the Blackman-Rockvale game. They go to the second quarter, and Blackman with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Blackman leads Rockvale 8-0 as they go to the second quarter. Ball bobbled, and Kuchara could do nothing but just fall on it. And it's going to be a loss back to the 13-yard line. Going to be a loss of 7 on the play and bring up 4th down. And Siegel going to be forced to punt as Blake Schofield comes out. Well, that's not the series that you wanted, John, 3 and out.
No, and we're getting into this situation where field position has really been in Riverdale's favor. Schofield had he was backed up on his first punt. Now again, another one.
So Schofield, for the second time, is going to have to kick from his end zone. The wind has been a little gusty tonight, too, so this one a nice punt. It's going to be picked up by the Warriors, but they say it hit the ground first, and Montgomery tried to pick it up and advance it, and he couldn't. So
I thought he called a fair catch, actually.
Maybe he did.
And I think that's why he couldn't advance.
Okay, so we'll go with that. The ball down at the 48-yard line. Another score by MTCS. They lead PCA 21-0. I guess they like the turf. And looks like Oakland has cut into Ravenwood's lead, 12-7. Ravenwood leading Oakland.
Well, everything bad that could happen has happened to Oakland in that first quarter. So we'll see if they can rebound.
A few yards by DJ Taylor to the right side. DeJuan Morris did a lot of work on the drive, and Ashton Jones gets the 18-yard touchdown in that one. Get Oakland on the scoreboard. That's a non-league game, but a battle of AP ranked number 2 and number 8. And Antioch has scored now 7-3. They lead. Pass out here to Ben Woodruff, left side from the 40 to the 35, 34-yard line as Ben Woodruff is taken down after an 8-yard gain.
He's been going to Woodruff more and more in the last few games, I've noticed, and he's a pretty good target, got great hands, and just another weapon for him out there. If you're concentrating on those outside receivers, he's He's a real threat.
He's really got 6 targets that he can choose from and has a lot of confidence in. He's got 6 targets that can really get the job done. And then you've got DJ, who's dancing and spinning and turning down to the 26.5-yard line for a 7-yard gain there. That kind of opens things up a bit. Rick's making the tackle. It's 2nd down and about 3. So he picks up 7 on 1st down. And John, when you've got 2nd and short, that really just opens up the playbook tremendously.
Makes Riverdale very dangerous when you get in that situation.
Back to pass, and a nice grab by Jalen Thompson. And he's going to just get back to the line of scrimmage, but Thompson had to kind of turn and catch it on his hip. I don't know how he
pass was
made
thrown
it.
behind him,
Yeah.
and then it lost all the momentum when that happened.
Groves on the tackle. Stewart's Creek leads Laverne 7-0 in the 2nd. I'll tell you a little bit more about that after this play. Well, I got a second here. 4-yard run by Jerry Taylor. Thanks to Todd Harris for texting me on that. 3rd and 3. Riverdale leading here 14-0. This time they lined up Jalen Thompson in the backfield. Try to get those 3 yards. And I think they were going to be successful because they get 5 yards right up the middle to the 22, I think, maybe 23. Ward makes the tackle. We'll see where they officially place the football. It's at a weird angle for us here. It's on the right hash.
About the 21, I think.
Is it? Here's Graham back to pass, looking right side, and the grab is made there by Montgomery. Tries to shake a guy. He's inside the 5. He's finally going to be wrestled down, but it's 1st and goal, Warriors. And they're in the John Day Legal red zone after that 18-yard pass and catch. Bicycle helmet giveaways, safe ride home program, just a few of the ways the law offices of John Day are involved in the community. Ukendall on the takedown. It is 1st and goal. Graham looking right side, trying to go to the corner of the end zone, incomplete. No flag there. Montgomery double covered, and he was well covered. He was covered like a blanket, actually. 2nd and goal from the 4. Ball from the right hash. Graham barking signals. Lines up in the shotgun with Taylor on his left hip. 3 wide left, 1 to the right. Fakes the handoff to Taylor, zips it into the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Well, that brings up an interesting call here. 3rd and 5, 3rd and goal.
Yeah, 3rd and goal here for the Warriors from the 4.
Siegel really needs to at least hold them to a field goal if they can.
You remember last week they passed on 3 straight on goal to go from the 1. They give to Taylor this time, and he rumbles into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. DJ Taylor, touchdown, Warriors, number 4 on the year.
A little delay there, handoff to Taylor, and he just had a nice hole made out there by the right side of that line to score easily.
Warriors open up a 3-touchdown lead. After the Toots touchdown, don't forget they are open late after the game tonight, so get your wings, get your tenders, maybe a half-pound burger with fries, whatever you like. Extra point up by Khalil Armand, and good with 6:19 left in the half. Riverdale 21, Siegel nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
Your ride, your stuff. You live with them together. I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris. It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-893-1417 and let me help you save by combining your auto and renters.
It's not just a home or a car. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton. We see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Give me a call at 615-895-2700 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
Does being a caregiver for your loved one wear you out? Then Arosa Care is here to help. Arosa has an experienced team of caregivers and licensed care managers who help families make educated decisions regarding the aging process. This is Erin Keogh Rankin. Let me help you. Call us at 615-848-6774 or find us at arosacare.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Tonight's game brought to you by the law offices of John Day, Rick's Barbecue, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, and Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Got a few scores that have come in here. I'll update your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard in just a moment. This is going to be returnable for the Stars,
tough break.
Trying to return it is Caleb Watson and slips coming out of the end zone, and it's going to be downed right about the 3-yard line, maybe the 4. It's going to be at the 4-yard line. Boy, what a tough break there.
That's exactly what you didn't want. Of course, he couldn't help for slipping, but that's tough.
Javarian Ote with a 36-yard touchdown catch with 6 minutes left in the half. Stewart's Creek leads 14-0. Antioch has scored once more. They lead Smyrna 14-3 on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard as well. And again, 21-0 here as Riverdale leads. And now Siegel is just trying to get out of the shadow of their end zone and get a yard here. On the carry by Owen Black, the senior. Edmonston on the tackle. Only thing we haven't heard from is Eagleville. So we'll see if we can't scrape up an Eagleville something here. I'm sure we'll get a halftime score.
Mrs. Walker will probably be in touch.
Yep. Here is Kuchara passing left side, and it is going to be caught at the 16-yard line. And the pass complete to Kevin Inslee. His 10th catch of the season, and that was a big one. That goes for 11 yards and a first down for the Stars. And here's Black running this way to the 25, to the 30, and Black turning on the Jets. Gets to the 30-yard line, maybe stopped just shy of the 30. They're going to say his knee was down. Well, they're going to give him right at the 30, so a 14-yard pickup there and another first down. Davis on the tackle. Back to Black. Old ball is bobbled, picked up by Kuchara, and down right back at the line of scrimmage. Odell with a 45-yard touchdown run. The PAT good, and Rockvale on the scoreboard. They still trail 8-7 to Blackman in the second quarter with 7:57 left. We've got a timeout here on the field for an injury. Let's take a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back.
It's Brian. I want to tell you why I absolutely love First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. As soon as you go in or pull up to the drive-thru, there's always a "Hi, what can I do for you?" I've been seeing the same faces for many, many years, and that says something about them. At First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, it's more than banking. It's about people. I guarantee you'll feel the same way. If you're not getting that from your bank, come on over with me to First National Bank of Middle Tennessee on Gateway and Memorial Boulevards. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
And our game tonight brought to you by Bowen's Body Shop. From dings and dents, I love to say that. From dings and dents to full body work, trust Jeff and Kyle Bowen to do the job right. They're located on Middle Tennessee Boulevard. And of course, we always thank State Farm for their help.
It was JoJo Smith slow to get up, but he's going to be okay, I think. Kuchara back to pass, slings it, and it's short. Drew Hostetter, the intended receiver,
Well, he had to sling it because he had a rusher coming on at him, and it looked like Edmiston, I think, that was coming at him with his hands up, and he's about 6'5", so he just threw it as far as he could throw it. I don't even think the receivers or the defenders even knew it was coming.
Creasy to Bandy. Touchdown good, 2-point fails, 13-12 Oakland. Your new score in that one in the second quarter, 6:38 to play, so Oakland up now. And here's Kuchara. Pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Drew Hostetter again, and that one would have been short of the first down anyway, and it's now 4th down.
Well, the good news for Siegel, they did get it out to the 30-yard line, which helps here in the punting situation rather than being on the 5. So they did successfully move the football a little bit.
And gave their defense a bit of a break.
Yes.
So out is Blake Schofield to punt. And now a whistle. And looks like a Riverdale timeout. So we will step aside as well with 4:25 left in the half. Riverdale 21, Siegel nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hello, this is Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. Often when a man or woman finish pre-planning their funerals with me, I hear, "We should have done this 10 years ago." Or, "I thought about doing this years ago, but just never got around to it." Seems that we often put off the inevitable for ourselves. As one wise pastor put it, it's never too late to do what's right. Why not mark down on your calendar to call me to talk about your funeral needs at 615-893-2422. It's never too late.
Hi, this is Amanda at Animal City, inviting your family to come do business with my family. If you find yourself feeling stressed, come enjoy the benefits of fish in our Tranquil Aquatics department. Studies have proven that watching aquarium fish can reduce stress and lower blood pressure. We are proud and thankful to be celebrating our 33rd year in the Murfreesboro community. That's Animal City. We're at 919 Northwest Broad Street, right here in Murfreesboro. Please check out our Facebook page.
Nice kick by Schofield. It takes a Siegel bounce and is going to be downed inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. Boy, and he kicked that under big pressure too.
54-yard punt.
Goodness gracious. That really helped a lot.
Well, with 4:14 to go, Brian, Riverdale, they can move the ball down the field, could possibly get another score. That Siegel would love for that not to happen.
There's a penalty marker somewhere here too, and it's going to be against Riverdale, so that's going to back them up even more. I think it was it a hold, or is this against Siegel? The official's kind of weaving around. It's going to be against Riverdale. Yep, they're moving back. So it's a 5-yard penalty against the Warriors. So it's going to be inside the 10. It's another Antioch score. They lead Smyrna 20-3. 20-3. So the Warriors will start at their own 8-yard line. And Graham back to pass. Now rolls out right side. Makes a quick pass, and on the run is Ben Woodruff. 40, 50, 40, 30. Man riding him all the way down to the 20-yard line. Ben Woodruff. He was galloping for 77 yards. What a run by Ben Woodruff.
We'll bring it back.
It is coming back. There is a penalty marker on the field. Way, way back at the 3-yard line. Well, that was one thing that if you look back at Riverdale's win last week over Blackman that plagued them, it was penalties.
Yep.
It's a holding penalty against the Warriors. So that will negate a 77-yard run.
And Woodruff's out of gas.
Yeah, I would say he is. So 1st and 14, ball back at the 4 now, and Graham will have to operate from the end zone. Surveys, he's got 3 receivers to the right. Ball is on the left hash, so the right is the wide side of the field. And the give is to Verser, I think. Yes. And Verser gets it to about the 8, I think. 4-yard gain. So 2nd down. Ricks on the takedown. 3:06 and counting left here in the half. 21-0 Riverdale on top. Verser on the right hip of Braden Graham. Same set as before, 3 wide right, 1 to the near side. Graham passing left side. Catch by Keyshawn Williams and out of bounds at the 20. So that's going to move the chain across the way, and a First Bank first down for the Warriors.
That's an example of what Riverdale can do. When you come out of that hole like that, everybody kind of knows you might be passing the ball, and he throws a strike to the sidelines.
First Bank, the largest independently owned Tennessee bank. That's First Bank. Tight end on the right side of that line blocking. They pass that way. It's going to be caught down the right sideline by Montgomery, and he is going to be stopped at the 40-yard line. Well, John, that was an important stop because there was green grass all the way in front. He did get 21 yards, but you're talking end zone if they don't make that stop out there.
Oh, definitely. But what a pass. I mean,
yeah.
One thing about it, he had all day to throw that time. No pressure by Siegel.
2.5 minutes to play in the half. Graham gives it to Verser. Verser 50, 40 down the sideline. He's going to be out of bounds. Tried to tiptoe the sideline, but goes out of bounds right around the Baylor Bramble 33. So it will be 1st and 10. 27-yard line, or 27-yard gain. Walters on the takedown. Another first down. Still plenty of time. That stopped the clock as well. And they're operating in Siegel territory. A little flip to Keyshawn Williams, trying to get the right edge. Breaks a tackle now. And now is going to bounce it all the way up to about the 16-yard line. And breaking free gave him a lot of extra yardage there. And, of course, they're now in the John Day Legal red zone. Seriously injured. The law offices of John Day, you can call them for a free consultation. JohnDayLegal.com. That's a 17-yard pickup for the Riverdale Warriors.
Missed tackle really there.
John, they're going to take it here from the 4-yard line, and if they score, they started with about 3 minutes on the clock, and they've got 1:45. They could score within 2 minutes and take it 96 yards. If they score. Graham looking to the end zone, looking to the right corner, and broken up, but did he pull it down?
Yep.
Yes! Touchdown, Riverdale! That is a Warrior touchdown, a 16-yard pass and catch. And that was Montgomery on the reception.
Beautiful pass. It was tipped and tipped right in his hands and was able to stay in bounds too.
That is his 13th TD of the year. Toots touchdown for the Warriors, and here is Armand for point. The kick up, and looked like somebody might have gotten something on that, but it is still good. And your new score with 1.5 minutes to play in the first half. Warriors 28, Stars nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hey, I'm Jack Hayes, here with my dad Nick and my granddad Pops.
Don't feel like cooking dinner tonight?
Download Uber Eats and search for Toots. Check out Toots on Uber Eats today. You can order our full menu. Just download the Uber Eats app and search for the Toots nearest you to have it delivered fast and fresh to your door.
At Toots Restaurants, our quality has not changed.
Our portions have not changed.
Our products have not changed.
Good food and fun.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part tonight by Animal City, Music World and Drummers Den, Stones River Town Center, and Mills Family Pharmacy.
28-0 Riverdale, your new score. Here's the kickoff to Siegel. 10, 15 to the 20, to the 25, and about to the 27-yard line. Go the Siegel Stars. And that was Kevin Inslee. And a minute 23 to work with here. And looks like Smyrna found the end zone for the first time tonight. They trailed 20-10 with just 40 seconds to play in the half, and that was from 1 minute ago, it looks like. And also MTCS leads 27-0 in the second quarter. Here's a pass to Caleb Watson, who's been a busy bee tonight, and gets it out to the 36-yard line for a 4-yard catch. We're going to try to get all your scores updated here this evening. Ideas T's halftime show is coming up. John's warming up, getting ready to bring you that along with Rod here at half. Going deep and incomplete, now actually intercepted. Here come the Warriors the other way, and it's Zentrakis Otey going to finally muscle down at the 30-yard line of Siegel, and boy, is this trouble, John. If you're Siegel, you give Riverdale a minute from the 30-yard line.
That's the gamble you take when you try to score with a minute 30 to go in the half. I love the way they started off with the short passes, but then they tried to go deep, and Riverdale was there for the interception. And it gives them ample time to score here, or at least a field goal attempt. I would say they may go for broke on one of these too.
Well, I'm sure with their style of offense that they know how to work the sidelines too, you know.
Got 2 timeouts left.
Yep. 1:01 to go. Graham finds Montgomery. Montgomery picks up 11 yards to the 19-yard line. Riverdale quickly on the run. Clock running at 51 seconds. It hits the first down, so that stops the clock until they reset the chain.
That was a good tackle there, too. That could have been trouble. He was wide open.
That was who? Ricks. He's had a lot of tackles tonight for the Stars. 35 seconds, clock running again. Graham sets him down. Empty backfield. Graham looks left. They bring the house. Now Graham on the run to the right side. He's going to zip out of bounds, and they keep him in bounds, so Riverdale's going to be forced to take a timeout with 18 seconds. We'll take 30 seconds. We'll come back and see what Riverdale decides to do with 18 seconds to play. They have the ball up 28-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Rayburn Insurance in Smyrna.
Come see me, Rick Hall, at Rayburn Insurance in downtown Smyrna today.
Online at rayburn.net.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight is brought to you by Good Neighbor State Farm agent Andy Womack. He's located at 1535 West Northfield Boulevard near the Ford dealer. That's State Farm agent Andy Womack, 615-890-0850.
It's Brian, it's John, it's Rod here tonight. Jackson Smith back at the studio, making things happen there. Danny Brewer is in Antioch this evening, and he is going to be joining us at halftime. Tell us how things are going down there. So we'll have some updates coming up for you on the IDST's halftime show here in just a few. All right, we've got Sackett down and 5 from the 14 for Riverdale. 3 wide left, 1 to the right. Graham flushed out of the pocket, passes incomplete. 13 seconds, and it's 3rd down. Just kind of got rid of that ball quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, he was good. Good rush there by the Siegel Stars, and wisely kind of threw it where nobody could get it. They don't know. They don't really have time. They do have 1 timeout left. They might could run it once, but I think you're going to see them try it from the air.
Well, 3rd down and 5 from the 14-yard line. Trips to the left. They do have Taylor in on the left hip of Graham. From the right hash, now Montgomery's in motion from left to right. Now he's back over here to the left side. Pass to the end zone, touchdown, complete to Vanderbilt. It's a 14-yard strike, and the interception really comes back to bite Siegel.
And really a great pattern, and Vanderbilt hadn't been used that much in this game, and he was just wide open. Nice play, and now a chance to go up 35 here in the end of the half.
Vanderbilt, his 3rd touchdown of the season. Here is the extra point by Armand. It is up and it is good. So with just 9 seconds left in the half, it's Riverdale up 35-0 as you listen in to State Farm Prep Sports.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank has been supporting local schools and student athletes in the classroom and on the field. We're big on helping our home teams reach their goals. You can count on knowledgeable bankers, competitive rates, and an open line of communication. So join the winning team at Wilson Bank and Trust, where we're not just your bankers, we're your neighbors and friends. Visit any of the 30 Wilson Bank and Trust offices or visit wilsonbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Is your saving for retirement strategy involving the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday"? If so, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, and when it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started towards your retirement goals. Give us a call, Lee Colvin, at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We're back here and ready for the kickoff. As Riverdale just scored after an interception. Set up the short field. Well, not really the short field, but gave them a minute. Riverdale makes them pay. Kickoff is going to be taken and just slipping out of bounds, taking the rest of the clock away as well. And the Warriors are going to go into the locker room in firm control of this one as we go to halftime with your score, Riverdale 35, Siegel nothing. 35-0, your halftime score. Lots of games are just now going to halftime. And let's see. I'm getting a lot of updates here too, so bear with me and I will update you as we get those. I think I've gotten everything updated here. Just want to give one more peek here to the old Twitter feed. That one just went to half as well. So here we go. This is what I know, and we'll update again during the halftime, which we invite you to stay tuned for here as well. So here we go. Halftime here, 35-0 Riverdale on top. This just went to half. Antioch 20, Smyrna 10. So 20-10, Antioch on top at the half. Blackman just scored, and let's see, right before the half, Blackman touchdown, PAT was good. They scored with 36 seconds left to take a 15-7 lead. They led 8-7. Now that score right before the half, they take a 15-7 lead to the halftime locker room over the Rockville Rockets. This game went to half as well, 28-12 Oakland over Ravenwood. Now, what makes that game interesting is Ravenwood opened up a 12-0 lead early in that game. It did not start out well for Oakland on the road. And I could go back and read that, what happened, but it was, the start of the game, the kickoff, Ravenwood scored quickly twice, and it was 12-0. And then Oakland came roaring back and scored 28 unanswered, and they lead 28-12, and that's against the number 8 team in the state, 28-12 at their place. So I don't know. I don't think you want to make Oakland mad, just saying. Last score we had out of Stewart's Creek Laverne was 14-0, and the last score I had out of MTCS was MTCS 27, PCA nothing. And I will work on an Eagleville score. They're playing Richland at home this evening, and we'll get that for you during the halftime show coming up. The Ideas Tees halftime report is next with John and Rod. Stay tuned for that here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Roscoe Brown is seeking highly motivated HVAC plumbing apprentices to join our Next Tech Academy. If you're eager to become an HVAC technician or plumbing technician and want to improve your skills while learning new ones, this is your chance to launch your career. Roscoe Brown's Next Tech Academy is a program that offers you the benefits of being a full-time employee, all while learning and developing new skills.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
We're at Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive, talking with Anne-Marie Brents.
When people walk in and they're like, tell me what's good, I usually tell them the loaded baked potato, which is a fully loaded potato with the butter, sour cream, cheese, bacon, and chives, and then we put meat on top of it.
At Rick's, they use the largest potatoes you can find.
Every Tuesday, we run a special on the loaded potatoes. We call it Tater Tuesday, and we sell a lot of potatoes.
Barbecue, smoked chicken, ribs, they've got it all at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive, and online at ricksbbq.com.
Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for nearly 20 years. You'll receive courteous and friendly customer service every time. Why? Because we grew up here and you are our neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair and maintenance on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, just off I-24. SmyrnaAutorepair.com, 615-220-0971. Just ask for Danny.
Since 1966, Vans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. Alton and Jason Fan are there to ensure quality to every customer, even showing up on site. Vans Heating and Air is located on Jayhawk Court near the county school board offices. They ask that you stop by or call 615-893-7930. That's 615-893-7930 for friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products. Vans will do it all. Sell you your choice of products and then install it with their factory-trained, experienced professional staff. In the unlikely event you need service, Vans will be there with trained technicians. Vans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Vans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Vans Heating and Air.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
And it's time for the IDIS-T's halftime show with Riverdale leading over Siegel 35-0 at half. IDIS-T's, the place in Rutherford County for school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, specialty items, and more. Plus, you can buy all of your officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider merchandise from Raider Tees. For Blue Raider tees, polos, hats, and more, visit their showroom at 910 Risley Road. Just turn off Broad Street between Chewy's and Chili's. IDIS Tees can put your logo on just about anything. Stop in and see how they can help you promote your favorite team, workplace, or organization. And you can find out more online at idistees.com. Time for our Dr. Automotive live report from from Antioch tonight, where Danny Brewer is standing by. And Danny, it looked bad for Smyrna, but they've made a little bit of a comeback.
Well, you know, they dug a little bit of a hole for themselves. Antioch's offense is extremely dynamic. Their freshman quarterback he's a handful. He can run it, he can throw it. I mean, tall, lanky kid. Smyrna has struggled to slow them down offensively. But really, the big factor here was a pick six that Antioch put on the board, because they scored, and then like 30 seconds later, they scored again on that pick six. But Smyrna was able to answer right before the half to make it 20-10. And we got about 9 minutes left before we start the third quarter.
And, Danny, Smyrna's really going to have to figure out a way to stop that explosiveness and keep that thing within 10 points where the Smyrna offense can do some work.
Smyrna has struggled to score all year. So, yes, being down 10 is a little daunting. But, hey, the heart of a Bulldog, you never know. They got to find a way to maybe force a turnover, but they have to stop the Antioch offense. Like they get yardage in chunks. They got a lot of speed. They spread the field. Got a very good scheme. This is the best Antioch team that I've seen in many years.
You know, you talked about a turnover. That would be really crucial if the defense could come up and make something happen for Smyrna, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Antioch gets the ball to start the third quarter, so Smyrna, they need to pull something out here, put a hat on somebody and see if they can't make something happen, because, like I said, the Smyrna offense has not been good all year. They find ways to score, but they've struggled.
It's a worst-case scenario for Smyrna. You didn't want to get behind in this game, or at least stay tied, stay close.
Right, exactly. You keep it a one-score game, you know, so now it's a two-score game. So it's one of those things where, yes, it's an uphill climb for Smyrna, but like I said, they can get there. They just got to get off to a good start in the second half.
Well, Danny, we hope when we talk to you after the game, we've got a Smyrna win, okay?
Well, you know, we can hope a little hope and dream a little dream, and maybe things can happen. You know, you never know. We got 2 quarters of football to play.
All right, that's Danny Brewer live from Antioch High School, where Smyrna trails 20-10. And that's your Dr. Automotive Live report. Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASC certified auto repair for decades. They grew up here and are your neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair, that's Dr. Automotive on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna and online at smyrnaautorepair.com.
Time now for the keys to the second half. Brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna. Auto, home, business, and life insurance since 1973.
Well, Rod, Riverdale's kind of pushed their muscle around a little bit here in this first half.
Right. Started out early. They scored a quick touchdown pass. They got another one, but then Siegel put a nice drive together. You know, doing things that, you know, the sharp pass and running kept them off balance. But like you mentioned, that 5-yard penalty deep in Riverdale territory really hurt them, and then missing the field goal that just added to it. After that, Riverdale kind of took off. We have not seen that offense really moving the ball at all for Siegel. So we got different goals at the start of the second half. Siegel wants to win the second half. You got to get ready for next week. You got a big game, and you may be fighting to get into the playoffs with Rutherford next week. So you want to win the second half. Riverdale's goal is third quarter, stay efficient, don't get sloppy, don't start penalties, keep yourself focused. Learn to be focused all the way, and if you do that, you can get your subs in for the fourth quarter.
And the problem with Siegel, the clock's going to run until they score.
Yes,
so they can't panic, but they probably need to put something on the board pretty quick here in this third quarter.
You need some confidence in your offense.
All right, that's your Rayburn Insurance keys to the game. And we are now going to take a look at our first half replays brought to you by Craig's Tax Service. And Riverdale, it's been all Riverdale as they lead at 35-0. Let's get it started. Riverdale scoring in the first quarter with 9:30 to go. A 38-yard pass from Graham to Montgomery.
Graham back to pass. 4-step drop. Looking deep. And snagged by Montgomery and into the end zone. Touchdown. Warriors, a 38-yard strike.
Great offensive line did a great job giving him time. Montgomery ran the route. And, I mean, he threw a strike to Montgomery just a little high. And, of course, that's nothing for Brock Montgomery with those long frames of his. That made it 7-0. His extra point was good. Riverdale scored again 11:51 in the second period on this pass from Graham.
Graham back to pass. Gets it out. Right side. Driving in. Touchdown. Warriors.
Beautiful play. In fact,
that was a pass to Keyshawn Williams for the TD.
He was a trailer of the other receiver, and he spun around and got into the end zone. That was a really nice call. It was 14-0 after that. Then Riverdale scored again, 6:19 to go in the half, on a 5-yard run by DJ Taylor.
They give to Taylor this time, and he rumbles into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. DJ Taylor, touchdown. Warriors, number 4 on the year.
A little delay there, handoff to Taylor, and he just had a nice hole made out there by the right side of that line to score easily. Riverdale kept the scoring going with 1:30 to go in the half. This time, Graham hooks up with Brock Montgomery.
Graham looking to the end zone, looking to the right corner, and broken up, but did he pull it down?
Yeah.
Yes! Touchdown, Riverdale. That is a Warrior touchdown, a 16-yard pass and catch. And that was Montgomery on the reception.
Beautiful pass. It was tipped right in his hands and was able to stay in bounds, too.
That is his 13th TD of the year.
And it was 28-0, and then Riverdale got a gift on an interception by Siegel and set up this 14-yard pass from Graham to Vanderbilt.
Now Montgomery's in motion from left to right. Now he's back over here to the left side. Pass to the end zone, touchdown, complete to Vanderbilt. It's a 14-yard strike, and the interception really comes back to bite Siegel.
And really a great pattern, and Vanderbilt hadn't been used that much in this game, and he was just wide open. Nice play, and now a chance to go up 35 here in the end of the half.
Vanderbilt, his 3rd touchdown of the season.
And that's your first half recap. It's brought to you by Craig's Tax Service. Tax laws can be very confusing. It makes sense to get help with your taxes, and Craig's Tax Service can do that. They specialize in personal and business tax preparations, financials, and bookkeeping services. Call them today at 615-890-2233. That's 890-2233. Craig's Tax Service is at 142 Heritage Park Drive, just off Memorial. Mike Brandon and Brett Craig, along with Bruce Hall, salute all Rutherford County teams this season and look forward to a great second half in tonight's game. All right, it's time for our stats tonight here in the first half, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. And with the defensive totals, here's Rod.
Okay, on defense, of course, Siegel, since they didn't have the ball as much, has a lot more tackles defensively, but some of the top players with 4 tackles, Quentin Groves, and 4 is the top, along with Corinne's Waiters. He has 4 also. Also with 4, Andrew Ricks. And Brian mentioned Ricks, how many tackles he's been in, especially from a defensive back position. Also we have Maddox Grisham had 3. And those were your top defensive players for Siegel Stars. Now for Riverdale Warriors, Ryan Edmonston led the team with 4 tackles. With 3 tackles were Joe Smith, Joseph Guzman, and Traylon Davis had 2. And I think I guess that's it. That's what we got.
All right, good defense. They've shut out the Stars so far in the 35-0 lead here in the halftime. Here's the offensive stats for you for Riverdale. Braden Graham, 2 carries for 10 yards. Isaiah Verser, 2 carries, 31 yards. DJ Taylor, 9 carries, 71 yards. And Keyshawn Williams with 1 carry and 17 yards. Graham, terrific night so far, 15 of 19, 318 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 189 yards. He didn't have that good a night. Sorry about that. 189 yards, 15 of 19 passing for Braden Graham. They do have total offense, though, 318, 129 rushing, 189 in the air. For the Siegel Stars, Kachura has 3 carries, -2 yards. Fletcher, 6 carries, 18 yards. Owen Black, 2 carries, 15 yards. Kachura is 7 of 15 for 55 yards, 1 interception. They have rushed for 31 in the first half, 55 in the air for a total of 86 yards. And that's a look at your stats, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. A quick look at our Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard here. All of these are halftime scores. Riverdale leading here 35-0. Smyrna trailing Antioch 20-0. Blackman leads Rockville 15-7. Ravenwood trailing Oakland now 28-12. Stewart's Creek shutting out Laverne 14-0, as is Eagleville shutting out Richland 14-0. And another shutout in the making. MTCS leads PCA 27-0. And that's a look at our Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have our second half of action here from Ken Nolan Stadium here on the campus of Siegel High School. It's Riverdale 35, Siegel 0.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too. I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-900-0877.
What's your next dream? Paying off your credit card? Remodeling your kitchen? Whatever your dreams, they take some planning. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. Let's work together to come up with a plan to make those savings goals happen. Call me at 615-459-2683.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, J.C. Penney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
The Blue Raider fan source for officially licensed Middle Tennessee gear is Raider Tees. T-shirts, caps, sweats in all sizes, designs, colors, children's to plus sizes. Raider Tees has decals and license plates to show everyone your favorite team. Plus, check out their wide selection of Blue Raider art, jewelry, even golf tee markers. Show your Blue Raider pride with the largest selection of Blue Raider merchandise anywhere by shopping Raider Tees, 910 Ridgely Road, just before the bridge over Broad behind Chewy's.
Hey y'all, this is Lakin Hibden. I'm a mortgage loan originator for F&B Mortgage, a department of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, located on 322 North Front Street in downtown Murfreesboro. When you're ready to purchase your new home or refinance the one you have, I'll make sure your home loan process will move along smoothly when you put your trust in me. With attractive rates and a great solution that will fit your lifestyle and budget, F&B Mortgage is your hometown lender. Visit my website, lakinhibden.com. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 401715.
For nearly 2 decades, Mills Family Pharmacy has cared for residents in our community as if they were part of our own family, and that's the kind of service you want when it comes to your pharmacist. If you haven't checked out our gift shop at Mills, stop by today.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro. We'd love to have you.
Mills also has a medication compounding service for you and even your beloved pets. Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the Law Offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose. You'd do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Here from Siegel High School for the Ideas Tees halftime show. And I want to remind you to join us each Saturday morning beginning at 8. That's tomorrow morning for the Prentice Salsa Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's of Murfreesboro. And the order of coaches will be Riverdale at 8, Smyrna at 8:15, Blackman at 8:30, Laverne 8:45, Oakland 9 o'clock, Stewart's Creek 9:15, Rockville 9:30, Siegel 9:45, and Eagleville will wrap things up at 10. And then you can join us for the MTCS Cougar Corner, presented by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance at 10:15 a.m. We have the schedule of times on our website. That's WGNSsports.com. And if you've missed your favorite coaches segment, you can listen back on demand at WGNSsports.com and wherever you listen to podcast audio. And if you've missed part of tonight's action or one of your favorite coaches, don't forget we're podcasting each game and coaches show for high school sports this season. Just log on to WGNSsports.com to listen on demand. It's sponsored by Sir Pizza, who will also bring you the post-game replays. And if you have announcements you'd like us to broadcast and put on our website, send an email to sports@WGNSradio.com. Plus, you can follow at WGNS Sports Radio for updates and to tell us where we're listening from tonight by texting us at 615-893-1450. Back to Siegel High School after we take this 2-minute timeout.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Experts in joint, bones, and muscles. And with over 65 specialists, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance. TOA. Live your best life.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony. Then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do. But your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more. That never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
Does being a caregiver for your loved one wear you out? Then Arosa Care is here to help. Arosa has an experienced team of caregivers and licensed care managers who help families make educated decisions regarding the aging process. This is Erin Keogh Rankin. Let me help you. Call us at 615-848-6774 or find us at arosacare.com.
Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for nearly 20 years. You'll receive courteous and friendly customer service every time. Why? Because we grew up here and you are our neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair and maintenance on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, just off I-24. SmyrnaAutorepair.com. 615-220-0971. Just ask for Danny.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
An app for easy payment. Solar energy solutions.
I just want to talk to a real person when I need help. Energy tips and low rates.
Done, 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 done.
I want to fly my car to the moon.
Houston, let's talk about electric vehicles. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at MTE.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Ideas Tees, Dan France Concrete, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, Middle Tennessee Christian School, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, and Dr. Automotive, and also State Farm. Brian?
Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update now.
All right, all scores at the half, ready to start the second half here in just a few moments as Riverdale will get the ball to start the second half. They lead 35-0. At the half, Antioch 20, Smyrna 10. Blackman leads 15-7 over Rockvale at the half. It's Oakland 28, Ravenwood 12. Stewart's Creek 14-0 over Laverne. Eagleville 14, Richland 0. And MTCS 27, PCA 0. Next week, we have a double dip. High school football Thursday night. MTCS will host Ezel Harding. And next Friday night, it's Riverdale and Oakland, the Battle of the Borough. You'll hear both games here on WGNS. And then it's time for playoffs.
Playoffs?
That's it. You got it.
We're talking playoffs?
Yes, indeed. I was just writing down scores and what ifs on my piece of paper.
Oh, boy,
during your
I can't
halftime.
wait. Scenarios.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Are you going to do that at the end of the game tonight? That's too early for that, isn't it?
Not necessarily, but we kind of know, depending on who wins, what could happen with some of the district standings. So, or region standings. I wish they would just change it back to district and be done with it. It's silly.
One thing about it, when you're down 35-0, you really don't want to have to kick off to the team that's up.
You know, isn't that the truth? And going to have a running clock here, too. Stewart's Creek has scored coming out of the halftime, and so they lead 21-0. Oh, the ball bobbled by the boy, DJ Taylor. Now he's on the run. 30, 40, 50, 40, sideline 30, 20, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Warriors. There's a flag back at the 25-yard line. This is all coming back. All coming back. Well, that's happened twice tonight, two big ones, John.
How often do you see, though, where somebody fumbles the ball or whatever on a kickoff, and then everybody freezes, and the next thing you know, they've got a big game? But
so you got a flag at the 25. You've got an injured player at the 44-yard line, and then you had the run to the end zone. The injured player is a Warrior, too, by the way, but he's sitting up now. I'm sure that was a block in the back or something here. I don't know that they've reported it just yet. Or a hold or something. It's going to be against. All right, Luke Smith was the injured player, by the way.
That was a hold.
Yep, sure was. So the ball placed at the 15-yard line for Riverdale. Well, that's a big turnaround. Talking about a touchdown. Take that back and put the ball at the 15. Be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. At the 15-yard line, Braden Graham. Back to pass, zips it left side. Pass complete to Keyshawn, I think. Yes, Keyshawn Williams picks up 7 yards. I think Rod did a little percentage on your stats at halftime, said 78% completion rate tonight.
Well, you can't beat that,
no.
That's for sure.
72% on his season average, so he's, 6% better than his season average, so says something there a little bit. Looking downfield, and a nice snag by Montgomery. Turns back inside to catch it. Now turns it upfield from the 30 and takes it to the, 38-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 38. That's going to pick up 16 yards. And it's a first bank first down.
Well, one thing he does have, he's got receivers that can make a catch.
Oh, yeah.
That can catch the ball.
Well, that helps your stats, doesn't it?
Yes, and plus then it helps your yardage stats because they get yardage after they make the catch. I've said that numerous times after seeing Riverdale. Montgomery and Williams and Woodruff does it as well.
Yep, Vanderbilt, all of them really. Those yak yardage, or the yak yards after catch. Drops back, looks, has some time. Now runs to the left and throws it downfield. Nobody open that time. Tried to see if he could catch Woodruff open and did not.
Well, they had 12 first downs in the first half. And that doesn't include long runs for scores.
Clock at 8:55 here in the third quarter. 35-0 your score. Riverdale up.
Fun thing about this, you can pass the ball and the clock keeps running.
Yeah.
You don't, it doesn't worry about whether you pass or run.
Two wides to either side. Ball between the hashes here at the 38-yard line on 2nd and 10 for Graham. Siegel bringing some heat this time. Pass is caught by Montgomery, and he's slung down at the 50-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. That goes for 12, I think. Yes. Inslee makes the tackle. You know, that pass right there, John, was not the best pass of the night. It was really thrown at around his knees, and he still made the catch.
He's such a good receiver, and to be honest with you, I don't know how you stop that.
I don't
mean,
either.
I really don't.
I mean, we had a really good view of that one, and that was Montgomery there. 3 wide left, 1 here to the right. That's Montgomery here this side. The pass is going to be caught by Woodruff. Woodruff, 45 to the 40, and ridden out of bounds on that left sideline, out at about the 38-yard line. Maybe the 37. Grisham on the takedown, or ridden out of bounds, if you will. 13-yard rumble. I mean, John, it's 16 yards, 12 yards, 13 yards. I mean, huge chunks of yardage that Riverdale's picking up here. Ball at the 37 of Siegel now. Leading 35-0, 7:12 left here in the third. Ball from the left hash. They're moving left to right as we see it. Graham back to pass across the middle. It's going to be caught by Vanderbilt at around the 25. He's pushed back, but I'm going to actually say he made the catch at the 24 before being pushed back. Groves made the tackle, wrapped him up, and really pushed him back upfield by about a good 6 yards or so. But enough for a first down.
This really has become their offense the last 3 or 4 games. Passing the ball, complementary running. I mean, the running is kind of to keep them off the passer.
Well, they pass so much you think that they're one-dimensional, but then that's when they throw in
they're not.
You know, a DJ Taylor run. And Graham's pretty mobile. Throws it, runs right side, and is it complete? Yes, it is, to Montgomery, to the 11-yard line. And they're in the John Day Legal red zone here. John Day Legal, law offices of John Day, helping injured people for more than 30 years. There must be a penalty marker out there, though. Yep, it's coming back. They say incomplete pass. I was wondering about that.
I think it hit the ground. Montgomery tried to hide it, but
he did. He did a good job of hiding it. Yep. So, incomplete pass. Just rewind there. 2nd and 10 from the 24. Graham feels some heat this time. Pass right up the middle to Ben Woodruff. And Woodruff well into the John Day Legal red zone here now. Complete to the 8-yard line. Boy, Woodruff was wide open. Ran a great route there.
Well, and I'll tell you, they blitzed on that play.
Yeah.
And the offensive line withstood it. I was really impressed with that.
First and goal from the 8 for the Warriors. Graham looks, now steps up in the pocket, keeps himself, and is going to be clobbered at the 5. There is a flag. I mean, it was clobbering time right there. Yeah, he took a lick.
I think he picked that flag up.
Did he?
I believe.
Just Harrison on the tackle. Well, 2nd and goal from the 5 then. And a nice rumble into the end zone. For the Warrior touchdown is Jalen Thompson, rushing touchdown from 5 yards out.
Well, that was set up by the passing. I mean, it just wide open. They even blitzed that time as well, and Thompson made them pay.
Touchdown for the Warriors comes with 3:36 to play here in the third. And now time for the extra point after the Toots touchdown. I hope you're still hungry after this game, because you can still head to Toots for wings, burgers, whatever you want. Chicken on a stick's really good too. Extra point is good. Your score 42-0. Riverdale on top on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
At State Farm, when home and auto works as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris. Give me a call at 615-893-1417, and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto.
I'm Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about the significant rate decrease we're experiencing now. Let me compare coverage and possibly save you hundreds on your home and auto. Call me at 615-895-2700.
I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight is brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, Bowen's Body Shop, you know those dings and dents.
Yep.
And Franklin's Print Works.
You really like that, don't you?
I like that dings and dents.
From dings and dents to full body work. Here's the kickoff to the Stars, and finding some room right sideline. 30, 40, 50, and out of bounds in Riverdale territory here.
Man, he just ran down that sideline and nobody pushed him out or anything. He just kept going. I think Riverdale has substituted a little bit there, and I think they're unfamiliar with kickoff here.
How about a score update on your Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard? It's now 15-15. Rockvale and Blackman are all tied up on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Mayhew with a touchdown in that one. I'm not exactly 100% sure. It was a touchdown run, and the two-point conversion was good as well. So they had to have the two-point play to tie it up. And Eli Wilson with a 51-yard touchdown run. Extra point good. They're up 34-0 over PCA. That's a battle of number 1 and number 2 in their region. Smyrna on the scoreboard. 5:55 to play. 20-17. Antioch still up, but Smyrna knocking on the door there.
Well, Siegel's got a chance here to score. They're getting the ball after the kickoff and the penalty. It's at the 27-yard line of Riverdale.
Yep, the penalty really helped that. And sorry, I was working on scores and didn't hear what the penalty was. I apologize for that, but it does help the Stars.
Personal foul, I believe.
Personal foul. Well, there you go. And they run it down to the 21-yard line, so a 6-yard pickup there. Smith on the tackle. Sack it down, and 4 yards to go. Probably going to get off one more play before the end of the third. And Fletcher going to be mowed down, and that's J.C. Haynes.
That was a nice tackle. Got penetration to the line of scrimmage and wrestled him down.
He came in there angry. First time we've seen him tonight. As you mentioned, Riverdale substituting. this will be the last play maybe. I don't think they're going to get this play off. So we're going to go to the fourth quarter. Riverdale 42, Siegel nothing here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is dedicated to our community. Hi, I'm John Allen, Vice President and Commercial Banker at our 3427 Memorial Boulevard location in Murfreesboro. Let me help you expand, purchase, or build. With local people and decisions, we offer the best in true community banking. Come visit us today or check us out at fnbmt.com.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
It's 3rd and 5 for the Siegel Stars. And looks like Adriel Hawkins on the run for the Siegel Stars. A senior.
Going to go for it here, 4th and 2.
Fourth down and 2. Dinwiddle on the tackle for Riverdale. Seeing lots of substitutions here for both teams. Drew Hostetter is one of 2 receivers here to the right. Now Watson in motion. He's lining up there on the left side, so twin receivers to either side. Kuchera passes left side, and the pass is complete over to Caleb Watson for the first down. So on 4th and 2, they get the first down. It's a First Bank first down, and the Stars working here in the John Day Legal Red Zone. Craig Tutt with an interception return for a TD, and the PAT was good, so Oakland now leads 35-12 over Ravenwood. Hawkins with the carry. Gets it down to the 12-yard line. So it brings up 2nd down and 7. Hawkins still in the backfield. Low snap. Chara through the interception. And coming the other way is Jalen Thompson. Jalen Thompson, 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. End zone. Touchdown. Pick 6. Taking it 88 the other way. 2nd interception tonight.
Well, I hate that for Siegel. They were close to getting a score, and now it's 48 as that interception. Boy, Thompson put on the Jets, didn't he?
My goodness, can that kid scoot? Toots touchdown on that. 2nd interception. And we've got a backup kicker here too. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. And I'm trying to see his number. And I think that was DK Justice, but I'm not 100% sure if that's 38. I hope it is. Well, your new score, 49-0. 9:21 to play in the ball game. Riverdale in firm control of this one against the Siegel Stars on State Farm Prep Sports.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, First Bank, Arosa Care, the law offices of John Day, and good neighbor State Farm Agent Dana Womack, located at 805 South Church Street between the Farm Credit and the Post Office. State Farm Agent Dana Womack, 615-900-0877.
Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, Rod Edwards, all glad you're joining us here tonight on WGNS, and here's the Riverdale kickoff here for you tonight. Ooh, and some very hard hitting right there at the 25-yard line. You could hear the crack of the helmets all the way up here. 8:48. Stars have it 1st and 10. Got lots of scores coming in on games tonight. Just a 3-point ball game between Antioch and Smyrna. Antioch leading 20-17 in that one, the last score we had. Oakland got down 12-0. A terrible start for the Patriots, and now have outscored Ravenwood 35-0. Here's Hawkins on the run. Hawkins gets a yard. Well, no, ball was at the 26. So no gain. Gibson making a tackle there. Kuchara looking downfield, pass, caught. Logan Kelly finally caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Dakota Woodard. But the Siegel Stars have it 1st and goal. Don't see any flags. Kuchara showing some arm there. 77-yard strike. Finds Hawkins, comes around here to the right side. Inside the 10 now. Ooh, a flag late after the play. Got the ball down to the 8-yard line. And that's where we saw Riverdale have some problems last week, where they had some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, and that's what this one is. So it's going to be half the distance to the goal line. John, Riverdale's got a lot of good things that they can look back at this game, but you know, with playoffs coming up and big game next week, those are things that I know that's going to keep Will Kreisky up at night.
Yeah, it's better this week. It's been much better.
It has been. Give the ball to Hawkins, and going to be cut down at the 6. Going to lose a yard there, it looks like. Gibson with the tackle. Kind of blew that play up real quick. Kuchara passes left side and gets it into Watson. Touchdown, Stars. Caleb Watson's 7th touchdown of the season. That's a 6-yard pass from A.J. Kuchara to Caleb Watson. Touchdown, Stars.
Faked it inside to Hawkins, and that left him wide open, Caleb Watson.
Stars find the end zone for the Toots touchdown. Toots Good Food and Fun on Broad Street, South Church Street, and Highway 96 in Murfreesboro, and Sam Ridley Parkway in Smyrna. Schofield for point. It is good. Your new score with 5:24 to play in the ball game. Riverdale 49, Siegel 7 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door.
Whether you have a quarter acre or several, Las Casas Feed Supply has premium feeds and dog foods you can't find in box stores.
Nutrition is our specialty here at Las Casas Feed.
Plus, every Saturday morning they have a local producer-only farmers market with fresh vegetables, beef, pork, and more.
Customer service and expertise that exceeds your expectations.
Family owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, Las Casas Feed Supply on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East in Las Casas.
Hi, this is Wade Hayes of Toots Restaurants, and I'm here with my son Nick and my grandson Jack.
Good food and fun.
Remember your first time at Toots? Maybe it was a first date, you went out with a college friend, or you were celebrating after a big game. Come out and try one of our locations today, and you'll be sure to have a great time.
Toots. Good food and fun.
At Toots Restaurants, our quality has not changed.
Our portions have not changed.
Our products have not changed.
Good food and fun.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part tonight by Sir Pizza, J. Mullins Jewelry, Carpet Spa Osborne, Winners Trophies, Donut Country, and Parks Auction. And you can check out WGNSSports.com for the latest Prep and MTSU sports news, schedules, podcasts, and more. That's WGNSSports.com.
Stars get on the scoreboard here. Antioch has scored again, 26-17. Antioch open up the fourth. Onside kick, and it's going to be recovered by the Stars. Onside kick recovered by Drew Hostetter. Nice work there by the Stars. Very nicely done.
Well, you like the fight in the Stars, don't you? I mean, that's not giving up.
Well, they're practicing a lot of things, and
why not?
I mean, you know. So that game is in the fourth quarter, start of the fourth quarter. Antioch just scored 26-17. After 3 quarters, I'll tell you in a second. Kuchara on the run. He's going to be slung down at the 50-yard line for a loss of 4. Eagleville, boy, they had a great second quarter. They lead Richland 33-0. So those are the scores that we've got to update you on. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update, as a matter of fact. Second down. Pass here to the right side, dropped by senior Logan Kelly. Did I see a flag thrown or no? Yes. I believe there was a flag thrown on the sideline after unsportsmanlike against Riverdale. Well,
there was a little extracurricular activity down on the sidelines there too, but just verbal.
Personal foul, Riverdale, 15-yard penalty. So a first down for Siegel, ball placed now at the 35-yard line. 2:48 to play in this one. Back to pass, Kuchara, and he's going to take a big sack back at the 45-yard line. Boy, Riverdale brought the house that time. Several in on that. Dakota Woodard was one of them. E.J. Oldwin also in on that, number 52 for the Warriors. 8-yard loss there, 2nd and 18. Kuchara back to pass and lofts this one too high and out of bounds, intended for Caleb Watson. Just under 2 minutes to play in this one. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show is coming your way here on WGNS Murfreesboro Smyrna in just a few. We'll get an update. It won't be a full post-game update because the game will still be going on, but we'll see what's going on at Antioch Smyrna. Chara passes right side and had Logan Kelly, had it in his hands, and it popped out.
Tried to run with it before he had it.
He's been targeted a couple of times on this series. Hasn't been able to come up with the catch. Third down now, make it fourth down and 18. Siegel going to go for it here. Zips it across the middle, and once again intended for Logan Kelly, but there was no way he was going to get to that ball. He kind of had to dive and stretch out for it, and it falls incomplete. And Riverdale will take over with 44 seconds, and they just have to take a knee, and this ball game will be over. Well, this is going to set up next week a monumental Battle of the Borough for Riverdale and for Oakland. Both teams will be undefeated in the region. Riverdale, of course, playing Ravenwood tonight. But it looks like they're on their way to picking up a win there after trailing 12-0. They're not even going to take a knee. They're just going to pick up the ball, and that's going to be your game here. We'll go over all those scenarios here in the post-game show and give you all that information coming up. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show is headed your way. We've got lots of info. We'll give you all the scores that we can, kind of talk about what the region kind of looks like, Region 5-6A, going into next week with still some outliers out there in terms of games and such. But we'll talk about that when we come back, and all the scoring and stats from this game. It's on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. That's next, right here on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. Did you know that you can plan your funeral in advance without actually paying for your funeral in advance? In other words, if it's not a convenient time to pay for your funeral, you can still choose your funeral items and we'll file them away for later. Let's consider that together. You make the decisions for yourself, and when that financial window opens up, it becomes an easier decision. Call me at 615-893-2422 and let's plan together.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
People love to see us on the schedule when they have a home game because our fans show up.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
The way we travel is just phenomenal. Our parents and our community are fully engaged in our school. When we compete, we're trying to do it in a way that honors God. We want to win. We also want to do it in a way that pleases Him.
Providing Christian values and academic excellence in a nurturing environment. That's Middle Tennessee Christian School. Invest in the future of your child. Find out more at mtcscougars.org.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
When Rutherford Countyans think of insurance professionals, they think Rayburn Insurance Agency at 200 South Lowry in Smyrna, meeting the needs of thousands of customers since 1973. You can trust Rayburn Insurance with all your needs, a place where customer service really matters. It's personal with Rayburn Insurance, as fans of local sports, as friends, and as insurance professionals. Check them out at rayburn.net or call 615-459-4145. Rayburn Insurance, for business, auto, home, and life insurance.
Did you just move here? Was the Tennessee summer a surprise? If the heat and humidity caught you off guard, wait until you feel a Tennessee winter. Since 1940, Roscoe Brown has been helping families in this area, and just like you go to the doctor for a checkup, you need to let Roscoe Brown do a winter checkup on your HVAC system. Don't let the approaching Tennessee winter surprise you. Set up a winter HVAC checkup at Roscoe Brown.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
Dr. Russell McKissick of Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance talks about the grassroots effort in our local schools to ensure proper care for players.
To make sure our teams are covered here locally, be there for our trainers. Yeah, it's a passion that we have to try to take care of our athletes here in town and be there just to keep everybody playing as healthy and as best they can.
From a community standpoint, one of the most important things you do at TOA, I'd guess.
I think it's definitely a way to pay back to our community, just to be there for them and watch some great sports too.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, live your best life.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back to Siegel High School and Ken Nolan Stadium. Time now for the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air servicing all major brands, and in most cases, they offer same-day service. Rely on the Ream Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air to keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Rely on the Ream Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air. You can call them at 890-1311. Of course, 615-890-1311. Or check them out online at PrenticeAllsup.com. That's Prentice Allsup Heating and Air on West College Street. Of course, they'll be bringing you the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner tomorrow morning beginning at 8 o'clock. We're going to be getting an update on Smyrna Antioch as soon as I get the high sign that we've got Danny Brewer standing by to bring us a report on that. That game still in progress. Antioch and Smyrna, 26-17 was the last score I had. Antioch leading in that one, and we're going to get a Dr. Automotive live look in here with Danny at Antioch tonight, and Smyrna trailing in that one. All right, well, tell us what's going on out there, Danny.
It's Thomas Jones just took it in from 16 yards out. It's 26-24. Antioch right now, 6:54 left in the fourth quarter. Smyrna just put together a nice drive, answering. Antioch, it was Smyrna scored, Antioch scored, now Smyrna scored, 26-24. Been a really good ball game. 6:54 left to go in the fourth quarter.
A lot more scoring in this second half. It looks like everybody's kind of figured out what they can do, and now it's just seems like who's going to have the ball last.
It could be, like if it's Smyrna still got 3 timeouts left, they've got to find a way to stop the Antioch running game. Antioch has ran the football extremely well all night long. Smyrna's got to find an answer to that, because obviously that's what Antioch wants to do, is just sit on the ball, run it down, and run the clock, and that's what they're going to try to do. So Smyrna's got to find a way to stop that running game.
How much time did you say is left in the fourth?
6:54 left.
Okay, so still obviously plenty of time for Antioch. So turnovers, has that been any part of the game so far?
Antioch got a pick 6 in the first half, and that's right now that's what's giving them the lead. They got a pick 6 in the first half. Their quarterback, the freshman, is extremely dynamic, and like I said, they got a really top-notch running back. They ran the football extremely well. So, like I said, but a turnover in the first half by Smyrna. And Antioch has had 0 turnovers, and that's been one of the keys I thought for Smyrna, was they needed to force some kind of turnover. So far, they have not been able to do that.
So it's Antioch 26, Smyrna 24, and Danny, if you'll keep texting me the scores, I'll keep folks updated. All right?
Yeah, 6:53 left. Smyrna is about to kick off to Antioch. So yeah, I'll keep you up to date, guys. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much. That's Danny Brewer with the Dr. Automotive live look in there. Again, it's Antioch 26, Smyrna 24. Dr. Automotive, the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer, they've been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for decades. They grew up here. They're your neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair at Dr. Automotive, Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, and online at smyrnaautorepair.com. Other scores that we have for you, a couple of finals. Eagleville over Richland 33-0. MTCS defeats PCA 41-0. And other scores, last time we had an update, it was Rockvale and Blackman tied at 15 apiece. Oakland, after trailing Ravenwood 12-0, scored 35 unanswered to lead 35-12. Ravenwood did just score. It's 35-18 with just a few minutes left in that game. Also, a game that's in the fourth quarter. Stewart's Creek 21, Laverne 7. That is in the fourth quarter. And let's see, I think that's all the updates. Of course, the final score here was 49-7 with Riverdale the victor. We'll talk more about the scores in just a few, but right now, time to turn things over to John and Rod with stats and your scores and your scoring and
Sir Pizza replays are first.
All of that stuff. You ready for that?
I think so, if I've gotten them correctly.
All right.
I got a little confused toward the end, so good luck. Riverdale scores first, 9:30 to go in the first quarter on a 38-yard pass from Graham to Montgomery.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Graham back to pass. Four-step drop. Looking deep. And snagged by Montgomery and into the end zone. Touchdown. Warriors, a 38-yard strike.
Great offensive line did a great job giving him time. Montgomery ran the route. And, I mean, he threw a strike to Montgomery just a little high. And, of course, that's nothing for Brock Montgomery with those long frames of his. Riverdale scored again in the second quarter of play, this time a 6-yard pass from Graham.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Graham back to pass. Gets it out, right side, driving in, touchdown, Warriors.
Beautiful play. In fact,
that was a pass to Keyshawn Williams for the TD.
He was a trailer of the other receiver, and he spun around and got into the end zone. That was a really nice call. Riverdale led 14-0. That was two of four touchdown passes for Graham. Riverdale with 6:19 to go in the half. A 5-yard run by Taylor.
Sir Pizza game replays.
They get to Taylor this time, and he rumbles into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. DJ Taylor, touchdown, Warriors, number 4 on the year.
A little delay there, handoff to Taylor, and he just had a nice hole made out there by the right side of that line to score easily. And it was 21-0 Riverdale after DJ scores there. Riverdale with 1:30 to go after an interception. They scored again, this time a 16-yard pass from Graham to Montgomery.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Graham looking to the end zone, looking to the right corner, and broken up, but did he pull it down?
Yeah.
Yes! Touchdown, Riverdale. That is a Warrior touchdown, a 16-yard pass and catch. And that was Montgomery on the reception.
Beautiful pass. It was tipped right in his hands and was able to stay in bounds, too.
That is his 13th TD of the year.
And Riverdale scored one more time, 9 seconds. This came after the interception, beg your pardon. With 9 seconds to go, Graham hits Vanderbilt.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Now Montgomery's in motion from left to right. Now he's back over here to the left side. Pass to the end zone, touchdown, complete to Vanderbilt. It's a 14-yard strike, and the interception really comes back to bite Siegel.
And really a great pattern, and Vanderbilt hadn't been used that much in this game, and he was just wide open. Nice play, and now a chance to go up 35 here in the end of the half.
Vanderbilt, his third touchdown of the season.
Riverdale scores again, 3:32 to go. And this was in the opening, the opening of the quarter. A 5-yard run by Jalen Thompson.
Sir Pizza game replays.
And a nice rumble into the end zone. For the Warrior touchdown is Jalen Thompson, rushing touchdown from 5 yards out.
Well, that was set up by the passing. I mean, it just wide open. They even blitzed that time as well, and Thompson made them pay. And then the Riverdale defense got in the act with 9:21 to go in the fourth. This 88-yard interception and run back.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Chara threw the interception. And coming the other way is Jalen Thompson. Jalen Thompson, 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, end zone. Touchdown. pick six, taking it 88 the other way. Second interception tonight.
Well, I hate that for Siegel. They were close to getting a score, and now it's 48 as that interception. Boy, Thompson put on the Jets, didn't he? And then Siegel did get that 7 points with 5:32 to go in the game. A 6-yard pass from Katura to Watson.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Passes left side and gets it into Watson. Touchdown, Stars. Caleb Watson's 7th touchdown of the season. That's a 6-yard pass from A.J. Kuchara to Caleb Watson. Touchdown, Stars.
Faked it inside to Hawkins, and that left him wide open, Caleb Watson. And those are your Sir Pizza replays.
We do it your way at Sir Pizza.
That's your Sir Pizza game replays. Be sure to check out WGNSSports.com for the podcast of the game and Sir Pizza for your next family night. Serving since 1965 with the best pizza in Rutherford County. They're ready to feed your hungry family on Memorial Boulevard, South Church at Veterans Parkway, and on East Main Street. Sir Pizza, good to the very edge.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Our stats tonight brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. And with the defensive stats for tonight's game, here's Rod.
Okay, for the Riverdale Warriors, the visitors, Ryan Evanston had 4, JoJo Smith had 4, and then with 3 we had Frost Gibson, Jake Patterson, and that's it. But we did have 2 guys shared a half a sack each, E.J. Ogwin and Dakota Woodard. Okay, now for the Stars. We had Quentin Groves had a great night defensively, 7 tackles. Maddox Grisham had 4. Corinne's Waiters had 4. Andrew Ricks had 4. And then with 3, we had Kevin Inslee and Colby Wards.
And let's look at the offense here. Not much for Siegel offensively tonight. They rushed for 31 in the first half, a -5 in the second half for a total of 26. They passed for a total of 135. Total offense was 161. Jakara was 9 of 21 for 161 yards. He did throw 2 picks in the game, but also a touchdown pass as well to Watson. The leading rusher was Christian Fletcher, 7 carries, 24 yards. Owen Black had 2 carries for 15 yards. For Riverdale, it's a masterful night for Braden Graham, 21 of 26 for 265 yards, 4 touchdowns on the night, and no interceptions. Brock Montgomery, 6 catches for 93 yards, and Woodruff had 5 catches for 61 yards. Leading rushers, DJ Taylor was 71 on 9 carries. Braden Graham, 3 carries for 13 yards. Keyshawn Williams had 1 carry, 17 yards. And Jalen Thompson scored a touchdown, 1 carry for 5 yards. He also, Isaiah Verser, 2 carries, 31 yards. And Thompson also scored on an interception, an 88-yard pick 6 to add to that total tonight. Riverdale rushed for 129 in the first, only 8 in the second, but that's the reason they didn't really have the ball that much with the clock running, and rushed for a total of 137. They passed for 189 in the first, 76 in the second for 265 yards. Total offense tonight for Riverdale, 402 yards. So quite a statement made, Brian, as Riverdale gets ready to prepare for their invasion to Oakland next week.
Yes, that's going to be something else. Both teams 4-0, and with both of you here, I guess we can spend just a bit talking about that. It's been no question that these two have been the best 2 teams in the region. Rod, Oakland has owned the region for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years at least. And Riverdale has been there in the number 2 spot for the last few, but this may be the best team they've had in the number 2 spot right now to compete for a region championship, would you say?
I would totally agree with that. I think right now this game could go either way. Can Oakland stop their Riverdale's passing game? Can Riverdale stop Oakland's running game? And, I mean, to me, this is up 50-50. Always before, I always thought Oakland always had an edge. But right now, this one here is going to be a dandy. If your team's not playing next week, you need to be out at Oakland High School for this game.
I think, too, though, it's going to be a game of who holds their composure, I think. And whoever gets the early lead, turnovers will play a huge part in that. And I would think Braden Graham will probably not ever see a rush that he's going to see probably coming up Friday night. So defensively, Oakland's going to throw a lot at him. I don't think, on the other hand, Oakland can't afford to get down 12-0 like they did tonight against a Riverdale team. But the secondary for Oakland's going to be busy because I think Riverdale is going to go to the air. I think that's their game plan.
Oh, yes. And when you have, like you mentioned, about 6 really good receivers, you had especially Montgomery and Shine Williams are really top-notch, but then Woodruff had a lot of big plays.
And Rod, I think Oakland's going to try to keep the ball away from them by running that power game, running DeJuan will get the ball, get a lot of carries, and run that control offense and that wing tee, which I don't think Coach Creasy really cares us calling it wing tee, but it's a modified version of the wing tee.
It's the base.
Yes, and it really causes fits for defenses. And when you look at Oakland, you got to favor them because they've been there before. They've been there so many times. It's at home.
Yeah,
that's another thing. But I do think penalties and turnovers and keeping your head is going to be a huge difference in that game coming next week.
Right. Of course, the only question to me is they cover all these receivers? Can they? Because there's a lot of receivers, and I tell you, Montgomery is about as good of a high school receiver as I've seen. He has it all. I mean, he can catch anything. He's got quick feet. He's got good hands. And shift and strong.
And
fast.
The offensive line does a good job of protecting him. If they can do that, then they're going to give Oakland fits. But if Oakland could pressure on Graham to make him rush his throws a little bit, because there were some times tonight he had all day. Now, they did get to him a couple of times where he scrambled, but, they didn't really touch him.
Right. And there's several times they really stunted, extra men come, and Oakland did a great job picking him up.
You mean Riverdale?
I mean Riverdale, I'm sorry. And not like the Titans. Titans don't pick them up,
How did we go from there to the Titans?
Just had to get that in.
Do you think Kevin Creasy will use tonight's experience in the first quarter against Ravenwood as a learning example?
Oh, yeah, very definitely. That couldn't have happened any better.
That's what I was going to say.
To win the game like he won it, but then to get behind like that, anything bad can happen to them in that first quarter.
Right.
And so I think that's going to be I don't know if it's measurable or not, but I just think that's going to be huge for Oakland's mindset when they go in.
It's going to be a humdinger of a battle at the Borough for sure.
Slobber knocker.
Yep. I think it's going to be an excellent game. May not be the last time that these two teams play against each other, but it's going to definitely be a battle of the Borough for the ages. Now, I did want to mention some other region games and possibilities, because speaking of a barn burner, slobber knocker, before I could even give you the Blackman-Rockvale score, Blackman took a lead just a moment ago. They led by 9. And now with a minute 22 to play in the fourth quarter, Mayhew completes a 26-yard pass, and they went for 2 to try to tie. The 2-point conversion was no good. So they trail 22-21 to Blackman with 1:22 to play in the game. If that score holds, Blackman will win and beat Rockvale by 1. So we'll see what happens there. If Blackman wins, Blackman will be 2-2, and Rockvale and Siegel will be 1-3. If Rockvale comes back to win that ball game. Rockvale would be 2-2, and Blackman and Siegel would be 1-3. Blackman's got Coffee County next week. You have to think Blackman would win. Rockvale and Siegel play next week. You would have to think that Rockvale would be favored in that. So, really, I think whoever wins this game tonight is going to wind up being third.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I think they're going to be favored for third, and probably Siegel is probably going to be the first man out, and Coffee County's not in the mix. I don't think they're going to win another game.
Right.
So,
but if Rockvale loses and Siegel can come back and beat Rockvale next week, they'll take the 4th spot.
No, that is true. Siegel's not out of the woods at all, for sure. So that could make that game very, very interesting, especially if Rockvale loses that game tonight. What's their mindset going to be?
Right.
So,
and a pretty good job by Matt Kreisky. I mean, if they win that game, I wouldn't have given them a chance of being anywhere near, the top spot. And if they were able to finish third, that's quite a coaching job.
Right, because the two that are be ahead of them are two of the better teams in the state.
Yeah.
And one more quickie and we'll get out of here. But Thomas Jones gives Smyrna a 30-26 lead with 1:56 to go. 2-point conversion, no good. So it's 30-26. Smyrna takes the first lead in the game. They trailed all night and lead by 4.
Don't ever count Maddie out. Don't ever count him out.
Weren't they down 17-13 or something like that?
I believe that's right.
20-10, I know that. They were behind.
They were down. Yeah, that was the halftime score.
Just don't count the bearded wonder out. It's not over yet.
That's right.
Don't count him out.
And I haven't Oakland scored with just a few, like 20 seconds, and I haven't seen this come across as final yet, but I know it's got to be over by now because we've talked for a long time. So,
and if you hadn't heard the first part of that game, you'd think Oakland had an easy time. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Rod, I know we were looking a minute ago. Maryville beats Alcoa by 3, 24-21. So
they may be back haunting us again.
I just really have a feeling that Maryville is, even though they've lost 3 games, I think they're still out there.
I'll start looking at restaurants. I wasn't happy at our last visit, so I'll just tell you, the last one we went to was.
Yeah, I think we got to find another place.
We lost our standby, off the square.
Although we did win there when we went to that restaurant.
Maybe we ought to go back there.
But the food wasn't very good.
Well, the food was okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, atmosphere, not so much.
All right. Well, fellas, we'll wrap up the scoreboard and get out of here. How about it?
Okay.
All right, let's do it. All right, here is a look tonight, one final time. And just remember, we've got a couple of games that are in progress. But here we go, a last look at the scoreboard.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update now.
All right, the scores that we know that are final. Oakland defeats Ravenwood by a final of 42-18. Got down 12-0, outscored them 35-0 before finally winning it 42-18 tonight. Nice win for Stewart's Creek, bouncing back after losing to Smyrna 19-18 last week, 21-7 over Laverne. Eagleville defeats Richland 33-0 tonight, and it was MTCS a winner 41-0. And 27-22 Rockvale. So 27-22 Rockvale scores with just 1 minute left. So Rockvale just scored. So Rockvale takes the lead with just seconds left, 1 minute to play, 27-22 Rockvale. That one just came in. And also told you about Smyrna 30, Antioch 26. Smyrna takes their first lead in that game. All right, and final here, Riverdale 49, Siegel 7. That's a look at your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard for the night. We'll talk all about it tomorrow morning on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner. John and Danny Brewer will join me. We'll have the coaches conversation in the morning, so hope you will join us for that tomorrow here on WGNS. Want to thank our producer Jackson Smith back at the station for doing all the really hard work this evening, and thank you so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed our coverage tonight as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Well, that's going to do it here from Ken Nolan Stadium and Siegel High School. For all of you joining us tonight, thank you so very much. Our final score again, Warriors winners tonight by a final score of 49-7 over the Siegel Stars. For John and Rod, I'm Brian. So long until the next time we meet at the game.
Rutherford County's biggest sports events are on News Radio WGNS, FM 101.9, FM 100.5, AM 1450, streaming at WGNSSports.com, on our iPhone and Android apps, and always at the game.
We now return to regular programming on News Radio WGNS. Money issues? There's someone local you can talk to. Financial Coaching Radio with certified financial planner Jason Qualls. Weekdays at 4 on News Radio WGNS. Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. Drug take-back events are taking place later this month in Murfreesboro and Smyrna. Middle Point Landfill General Manager Mike Chasen told News Radio WGNS they'll be helping with the disposal of the medications collected.
Middle Point is partnering with the Prevention Coalition for Success, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, and the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department, Trust Point Hospital, and the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services to provide secure disposal of prescription medication and vape products for National Prescription Take-Back Day.
There'll be at least 3 locations for medications and vapes to be disposed of in Rutherford County. You can see the locations, dates, and times on our website, WGNSradio.com. A murder suspect was arrested this week by U.S. Marshals after allegedly skipping court to elude prosecution for more than a year. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office says 37-year-old Nathaniel Lamont Buchanan of Murfreesboro was charged with shooting Medrick Lamont Elliott dead in May of 2018. Now he's being held on a $225,000 bond at the Rutherford County Detention Center. It's scheduled to appear in court November 20th. An investigation into a child being sexually assaulted 5 years ago led to a Nashville resident being convicted in a Rutherford County courtroom. As a result of the detective's work, a sealed indictment naming Luis Mendoza Sanchez was handed down, and he was apprehended. 2 years after Mendoza Sanchez was arrested, the case went to courts. 46-year-old will be more than 100 years old when his prison sentence ends. When news breaks, we tweet it. Follow us on X at WGNS Radio and on our website, WGNSradio.com. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
Hello friends, Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. More than I can count, we have taken care of families who were totally caught off guard with the passing of a loved one. There are so many details to tie up, it really can be overwhelming. Again, more than I can count are the comments from families who have pre-planned and pre-funded their or their loved one's funeral, saying, "It would have been a financial hardship had we not." Let me help you pre-plan. Call me at 615-893-2422.
For nearly 2 decades, Mills Family Pharmacy has cared for residents in our community as if they were part of our own family. At Mills, we work hard to provide you with customized services to fit your needs. Mills also offers flu shots, immunizations, medication therapy management, and even a medication delivery service.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
Hey, it's Brian sharing why First National Bank of Middle Tennessee has been my bank since opening here in 2014. I just really want to know my bank isn't some corporate outfit out of state, but I also want online banking and a great app. Well, I get that at First National Bank of Middle Tennessee and more. You won't find better customer service either. The people. That's what makes it the best place I've banked. You don't have to settle, you know. Come on over with me to First National Bank of Middle Tennessee on Gateway and Memorial Boulevards. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Good neighbor weather.
Partly cloudy to mostly clear skies tonight. Lows falling to the lower 40s. Winds gradually become light, and then sunny with highs topping out near 79 on Saturday. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko on News Radio WGNS. Right now it's 62.
If you've been injured in a car crash, you need our legal help, but you don't have to drive to Nashville anymore to get it. The law offices of John Day has expanded our office location to Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. Remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
I know downtown, just listen to the music of the traffic in the city. Linger on the sidewalk where the neon signs are pretty. How can you lose? The lights are much brighter there. You can't forget all your troubles, forget all your cares. So go downtown. Things will be great when you're downtown. No finer place for sure. Downtown, everything's waiting for you.
To talk to George Norrie, call the Wildcard line at 818-501-4109. The first-time caller line is 818-501-4721. To talk toll-free from east of the Rockies, call 800-825-5033. From west of the Rockies toll-free, call 800-618-8255. To reach George via Skype, use Skype name George97313. Send George a text message anytime at 818-298-6521. This is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
Next hour, Lynn Monet joins us, the paranormal consultant, to talk about hauntings. Make sure you're part of the program. We're going to come back in a moment with Jim Quick and take final calls in a moment on Coast to Coast AM. Have you signed up yet to become a Coast Insider? There are a couple ways, but before I tell you that, listen to these folks.
I love being a Coast Insider. I travel a lot. I can always have my shows. I download them on my podcast and never miss a thing. And every show I learn at least one thing.
Hey, this is Buck. I'm a Coast to Coast Insider, and I'll tell you what, it's a great thing for me. Here in West Virginia, we get inundated with snow. But it doesn't matter as long as we have our provisions. I've got 5 years of coast-to-coast programs to play.
That's fantastic. So a couple ways to sign up. You go to our website, coasttocoastam.com. Right at the top of the homepage, it says Insider. Click that, and you're in. The other way is to download the app in your store. You go to your app store, download the Coast to Coast AM app. It's free. Put that on your phone, and when you do, you can click profiles and subscriptions and sign up that way. If you live in Canada now, sign up to become a Coast Insider. It's now available to you as well. So we'll come back with some final calls in a moment, but first, lose some weight.
HealthyLooking.com has a new weight product that we're very excited about. No counting points, eating bland food, or even injections, and at a much better price. It's called Weight Magic, caps and drops, and it's simple. Take one Weight Magic capsule daily. Plus, before meals, place Weight Magic drops under your tongue. Suppress appetite and cravings with proven fat-fighting properties, while you choose what you eat with our free diet guide.
My name is Jen. My first few days I had lost 5 pounds, and I honestly could not believe the scale when I looked at it. Usually when you go onto a diet, you feel deprived of something. I have no craving.
Hello, my name is Scott. I started this product within 50 days. I was down 23 pounds without exercising, taking the Weight Magic capsules and drops. I don't have the cravings that you traditionally would have. This product is spectacular.
Hi, my name is Susie. I have been taking Weight Magic drop and the capsules. It has definitely controlled my appetite. I've actually lost about 15 pounds, steady, healthy decline in my weight. I just feel better. It's not just curbed my appetite, but it's actually changed the way I want to eat and how I do eat. I cannot say enough great things about the Weight Magic.
Excess weight is closely tied to diabetes, heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, and more. If it's time to lose weight for better health and to look and feel fantastic, for a few bucks a day, it's George's Weight Magic caps and drops at healthylooking.com or 800-595-7490. Use George for free shipping. Live healthier, burn body fat, suppress appetite and cravings. Diet with Weight Magic caps and drops at healthylooking.com.
Did you know that being a victim of identity theft can create lasting negative effects on you? These include damage to your credit rating, employment background checks being compromised, jeopardizing your ability to even pay bills on time. It's important to understand how cybercrime and identity theft affect our lives, with your personal information getting exposed so often, making it dangerously easy for a cybercriminal to steal your identity. Protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock. LifeLock detects and alerts you to potential threats that you may not spot on your own. Loans taken out in your name, crimes committed by thieves pretending to be you. And if you do become a victim of identity theft, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. It's easy to help protect yourself with LifeLock, so join now. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code GEORGE when you call 1-800-LifeLock or head on over to LifeLock.com and use promo code GEORGE for 25% off. It's still October, but the holidays are coming up fast. And before your life goes into overdrive with the holidays, protect your home with Simply Safe Home Security. You can get a brand new system today for 40% off. Experts love Simply Safe. It was named the best home security system of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. Simply Safe is comprehensive protection for the whole home with advanced sensors that detect break-ins, fires, floods, and more, plus HD cameras for both inside and out. It's powered by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day, half the cost of traditional home security. And with new 24/7 live guard protection and the smart alarm wireless indoor camera, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders, helping to stop crime in real time. Satisfaction is backed by Simply Safe's money-back guarantee, and for a limited time, save 40% on any new system with a Fast Protect plan. Visit simplysafenori.com. That's simplysafenori.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe. And welcome back. Jim Quick with us. And Jim, before we go to final calls, where do people get Limitless, the expanded edition?
Yeah, it's a brand new. It's coming out in a couple weeks. It's at limitlessbook.com. It's limitlessbook.com, and when you pre-order it, they will get hundreds of dollars of brain training as my gift. We donate all the proceeds to charity to build schools for children and also Alzheimer's research in memory of my grandmother.
Good for you. Back to the phones. Let's go to Steve in Albany, New York. Hello, Stephen.
Hey, hello again, George.
How are you, my friend?
Not bad. Nice to hear from you.
Good.
I just want to tell two quick ones, and that is, imagine Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, smoking a cigarette and chewing gum and going, it's been with you all the time. All these things you see, they're all part of you, and all it had to do is you had to recognize them. And I move on to that, to part two, which is I had a problem reading. I'm going to get a little personal here really quick. But both my parents, I think, had Asperger's. And my father grabbed onto socialism, Marxism. And I heard initially somewhere in grade school about there was a philosopher who believed you don't hug or kiss your children until nighttime, and then that's only to give a peck on the head and never tell them that you love them. And that was Karl Marx. My father was a fanatical communist.
Jeez.
So my father treated me that way. And with that, I never got any words of encouragement. I've never got any direction. And they didn't try to raise me. They just complained a lot. It wasn't until I was 27 and I was in college when a teacher pulled me aside. He pulled me out in the hallway and said, I want to talk to you. And I was panicking. And she says, you can't read, can you? And she finally coaxed it out of me that I couldn't read. And she says, in the next half semester, I'm going to be teaching a speed reading course. I want to see your name on the top of the list. Within 3 months, I was up to 2,000 words a minute.
Good for you.
Wow.
and I can read a whole book in about 3 hours. I once did a book report for a neighbor who was panicking. She goes, "I haven't read the book." I said, "Give me the book." I gave the book back. I gave her all the highlights, and I told her how to write the book report. She got an A+ on it.
I love it. That teacher saved your life, Steve.
Yes. When I hear somebody tell me that there's a teacher that teaches reading, I just want to give them a hug.
Yeah. Good for you, Steve.
It changed my life immediately.
I love that. Great story, Stephen. Thank you.
It's like that Wizard of Oz, Glinda quote, it just, you've always had the power, my dear. You just had to learn it for yourself. And I love that. Thanks for sharing.
How many people like Steve are not encouraged by their parents?
I can't even hazard to guess, but it's, even one would be, too many. And we all need people to encourage us, to challenge us, to be kind to us. And my recommendation is, if you don't have that person, is to be that person for somebody else, and especially be that